Hello, everyone, and welcome to My Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick. Welcome to a beautiful December 3rd, 2019. Special guest tonight coming through tonight. We're going to have a little discussion with Amber. And she got some on her mind that she wants to share on the show. So, with that said, I hope everyone is having a good start to their December. Over here, it's not so bad. It's beautiful. Cold, very cold, but very beautiful. Man, what a day today. Tomorrow, I got a lot of craziness going on. I got doctor's appointments left and right for the next few days. Tomorrow, I get the injections on my neck. So that's going to be hella fun. Getting over about 12 injections on my neck and shoulders. Priceless. I'm gonna see if I could record it so I could post it. That'd be awesome. But we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens. This next few days is gonna be very challenging for me, but it's something that I could overcome. It's just gonna be very painful. But with that said, your boy here is gonna try to do what he can do to get himself in a better position with his life. And loving this recorded setting. It's very nice and peaceful for me. And I want to be doing this for now on. Maybe come back on the live shows. I'm thinking about the end of December. So, but if I do come back, I'm gonna come back like a tidal wave coming through to you, and definitely gonna be doing some readings. But let's go ahead and bring in Amber. What's up, girl?
Oh, I love your setup. It's beautiful.
Sounds beautiful.
How you doing, Rick?
I am doing. Hold on. Let me go ahead and clear this out a little low here. And yeah, I'm here. What's up, girl? What's happening?
Burning some sage, trying to clean the energy, make sure everything's cool.
All right, since you're doing your sagey age, I'm gonna do my sage too because I have my sage here right next to me. And yeah, we have a discussion tonight. We have we have a lot on our minds.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that you came to me with that topic, but you know what? That's the best topic to talk about. Is this?
I agree.
Kappa is called Kappa.
Is it Kappa? Kappa? Whatever the fuck it's called.
COPPA.
Yes.
Okay.
Kappa.
Yeah, we got.
Kappa.
Yeah, go for it.
This is the Kappa. This is very, we did not plan this video, so this is very sporadic. Mm-hmm. We were talking on text, and we're friends off camera and on, and we were talking on text, and we thought, shit, might as well talk about Kappa or whatever it is that YouTube has going on with this entity, which is a good word to call it, entity. Mm-hmm. And how they're trying to censor freedom of speech, and how it can go from this, small little detail to this huge detail in a matter of days or whatnot. So it can really, if people don't start speaking up quickly, they're going to lose their freedom of speech within this platform. At least if there's another platform that comes about, perfect, that's great. But a lot of people right now have made careers off of YouTube. YouTube makes, first off, it takes a lot of work making videos. If you're editing videos and making videos energetically, if you're speaking your mind, we have so much fear already ingrained within us. So it's a hard thing to do, is put yourself out there and make videos and not have this huge crew behind you to help you. Like, if you're just doing this on your own and you're making a life out of it, and then all of a sudden it just gets taken from you because of a bigger conspiracy, from what I believe, it's wrong, and it's time for people to speak up, and that's what me and Rick are talking about right now.
Yeah,
So
because like the Koopa thing, I know because they kept like on when I went onto YouTube, it kept trying to force me to agree to certain things, and making me read into the things, and I read into it, but it has like a lot to do with like with children and stuff. And I'm like, my show is not for children. It's far from children. I make sure I highlight it because it gives you three options. And I made sure I put not suitable for children, you know.
of course. And so okay, so here's the problem with that. And I don't know the fine lines and everything. I've only watched other YouTube channels and heard what they have to say, what they have read. I haven't looked into this super deeply as far as reading because I'm not much of a reader. I go through my moments, but right now is not one of them. But anyways, so I'm listening to these other people speaking about this, and what my understanding is that the automated YouTube computer system that goes on there and flags your channel for saying certain things or doing certain things is the same thing that's in charge of this. And they have words like cool and awesome, and people who paint their faces and do artistic things that can make them automatically geared toward children. Simple things, again, like I said, the word cool, like we all say that word sometimes, right?
Yeah,
And so
like my email, kindcool21@gmail.com.
exactly. And so this automated program goes and says, this person said cool, this person said cool, and then it marks your channel automatically, even though you already said it's geared toward children. I mean, not geared toward children. It's going to automatically mark it as geared toward children because you said the word cool. So there's many different things. If you paint your body like cosplayers, I watch this one lady who dresses like all these different characters on cartoons and stuff because she's totally into that. And she's an adult, but yet they're going to mark her stuff as kid friendly, and they're going to demonetize her, and people will lose their income. And I think that they're just trying to take YouTube down like entirely, because there's people who are actually speaking truth, and people are listening and they're hearing what they're saying, like chemtrails and like pedophilia and like the government and all their shisty little happenings. They're getting scared because people are listening, and YouTube is a huge platform, and they're trying to take it down. That's it. What's a better way? Take down YouTube and take down all of your monetization, and then what?
Yeah, it's like hit them in the pockets where it hurts. I heard that phrase. The thing with the children and stuff, because I can imagine like how parents like put their children on YouTube and they're constantly like on top of their children on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's going to affect them big time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you're forced to this agreement that we had no say in it. It's like you're forced to this deal. It's like you have to waiver your rights to this deal. If not, then you're going to be fined or you're going to be suspended from YouTube and all this craziness.
And for the people who do have channels that are geared toward children, those channels are going to be automatically demonetized, from what I understand. So, like it's really interesting, because then if you say, on the other hand, if you're a channel where you're like, no, I cuss and all this stuff, they're still going to demonetize you if you're saying certain words and you're doing certain things, right?
Now,
but it seems like not some channels are like, but then the really bad channels aren't being taken down. The ones that are creepy, the ones that are sending out really subliminal messages toward children or adults, like those aren't being demonetized, but makeup channels are being demonetized, children's channels. It's stupid.
Who's getting the money then? Because this thing's like a cash grab for YouTube.
Exactly. that's another thing with that whole fine. Did they make a deal with the company COPPA? Like, hey, you know, when you start fining these people, we'll get 20% or whatnot, whatever they made.
Yeah, because like those fines, that money has to go somewhere, you know, and who's going to be splurging on the fines and the money that's going to be coming in?
Good luck trying to get that kind of money from random YouTube channels, though. They're probably going to hit the bigger channels.
Yeah, and bigger platforms. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like they're putting algorithms to pick up on these keywords and help demonetize without justice, without even explanation. They just doing it. And
Yep.
I feel like that's a violation of all our rights. And
Yep.
like, what can we do to justify it?
And it's almost like, for some reason, the post office just popped into my mind. We have a hard time here. There's always mail in the wrong box and stuff like that, and there's no one to contact. You try to contact the post office and it doesn't, you can never get anyone.
No, we can never.
It's the same thing. You can't get anyone for YouTube, and there are people there, you know. There are definitely people there that are watching and monitoring, but they're not answering the people. And it's become like that in society too. Like everywhere, rent is going higher. People don't. The government doesn't care what the citizens have to say. It's like a slow, mellow way to make people go, okay, so I guess we can't talk on YouTube now, and so I guess we better not say what we need to say. And then later on in life, that it comes about again, like it makes you just more subservient to the bullshit. Like it's a subtle way of mind control, in my opinion. And that's a huge conspiracy, but that's what I think. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I kind of feel it. It feels like a conspiracy, but it feels like it's premeditated too. I wonder what got it to that point there where we at right now. Because it seems like it's a rush, you know. How long before everyone has to comply with this COPA thing? Is it supposedly this upcoming year? Does it start January or something?
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason, something's a little weird. And I know it has to do a lot with pedophilia. And, you know, there's a big problem with that, especially when everyone is putting their kids on YouTube and half of the kids are half naked all the time and not knowing that they're actually exposing their children to the world, and you don't know what the world is capable of.
Or they are knowing they are exposing their children. Like a couple of years ago, I saw this video of these kids twerking straight up on their hands, fucking twerking on a handstand, twerking like it's a kid, you know, and the parents are all, yeah. That's disgusting. So I understand that aspect, but they don't take those videos down. They're not taking those videos down. They're taking truth channels down. They're taking history channels down, you know.
Suppressing history.
Huh?
Suppressing history.
Yeah.
Suppressing the
everything.
Like, yeah, everything. Truth. The truth, the freedom of speech or open speech. It sucks. It really sucks because it's not going to get any better. I see it getting worse.
Yep.
And poor things. And the thing is that with that COPA thing, that's new. They just came up with those rules and forcing everybody to sign. Because everyone that goes onto YouTube, it tells you, like, it's like a thing on the top that you gotta look at. You could dismiss it, but it's gonna come back every single time until you agree to it. You rate your channel and what type of channel it is, and then you submit it. And if you don't do it, I think they could suspend your channel, or they could actually shut down your channel.
Yeah, but the problem with that is they have if you say cool or awesome or rad or those colors behind you that are lights, that might be geared toward children because it's lights and colorful and pretty. If you're coloring, they'll be like, oh, it's geared toward children, and then you'll lose your monetization and you can get flagged.
It's like that Black Panther behind you. It's like, oh, you got a stuffed animal.
Anything, anything.
That could be geared to
Exactly.
children.
Yeah, colors on the chakra flag there, like anything.
Yeah. You see, I smoke my joints on my shows. I'm actually waiting for my medicine to come in. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm still waiting on it. Yeah, there you go, girl. I always say my channel is a 420 channel, and I am licensed by the state of Connecticut to smoke my medical marijuana, and I do reserve that right for my health and well-being. And it's true, and everyone's welcome to come on and smoke. Now, if a kid comes into my channel, he's not supposed to, because he's supposed to be 18 or over to come onto my channel. But
And I get that. Okay, so let me just say, and I understand all that. That's great. I totally agree with you there. And so this is what I'm saying to the people who are actually against marijuana or THC or CBD. My dog has had cancer for over 2 years. I have been keeping him alive through CBD and other different medicinal holistic properties. This has been keeping me sane since I'm 38 now. Could you tell? Probably not. But I've been smoking this since I was 16. It's kept me sane. It's kept me grounded. It's kept me aware of other realms. Whether you believe it or not, it exists. And if you have anxiety, you're probably attached to that too. So you might want to start tapping into that, because right now I think we're definitely in the time of there's some type of spiritual battle going on, and we need to step up and say, yes, I consent to what we do consent to, and no, I do not consent, and be aware of what's going on around us, because there are changes going on. And if you just pretend like things aren't going on, you're just going to be a part of the problem.
Yep.
So wake the hell up and start using your power, because we all have it. And if you see things that are morally wrong, please, with your soul, you don't even have to say it out loud. Just put it out there, like, no, I don't consent, because it's time to start changing the flow of things, because things are super negative right now, which means we're only closer to the meeting in the middle. Sometimes you need that extreme imbalance to meet in the middle again. But if you're not participating, then you're not helping. So please help.
Yeah. And it's just weird times, because like how all these rules changes and things changing, and I just found out that there's an asteroid coming towards the Earth that's actually going to be coming very close to the Earth, as the size of a pyramid, that's going to be flying by. And they just discovered this, I think it was yesterday, that this asteroid is coming this way, and it's supposed to pass by this Friday. I'm like, wait a minute, if you just found out on Monday and you're telling us that it's going to fly by on Friday, that's like, what, 4 days notice, through like 4.5 days notice? Like, imagine if something really big was coming, they're not even going to let us know. They don't even have time to find it.
But the thing is, like, that's just a whole nother topic, Rick. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So me personally, I don't want to say this out loud. I don't know if I really believe that the world is this flying round sphere in this empty space of nothingness. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like we are always being told that there's a comet that's about to hit us, or an asteroid, and like, oh my God. And so, and then it's just this,
it's like some fear.
Like the distance from the Earth to the sun, or to the moon, or like to Jupiter. Jupiter's rings are starting to, or what is it? Saturn's rings are starting to fall apart now. And it's like, there's always something. But is it really anything? Like, I don't know.
My problem is that I was always like educated and told that anything that comes close within the world, our gravity tends to pull in items from outer space. Now these items are coming very close to our planet, but it's not pulling it in. it's like it keeps going. I go, okay, so is it like selective that we pull things in because there's things that fly by and nothing happens to it, and then there's other items that just come into our planet. And like for me, I was think, well, if anything passes by, it should be coming into our planet if it's that close to us, or at least like deter it or move where where it's going to another direction, like deflecting it. But they don't talk about that. They're like, oh yeah, well, it's just gonna pass by, and you can continue going on with your life and keep on doing whatever
Well,
you're.
that would be our atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
That would be that's our protective shield.
Well, they're saying that okay, they're claiming that the moon, our moon, is part of our atmosphere. Like the moon is in.
It's on the inside.
Yeah, it's on the
It's
inside of
not
our
on the
atmosphere.
outside anymore.
Yeah, so now it's in the inside of our atmosphere, right? So okay, if that's the case, then all these asteroids that has passed between the Earth and the moon, is it in our atmosphere? Is it possible that our planet could pull these items in? Because every time I hear, oh yeah, it's just gonna pass by like nothing, but they don't say nothing else behind it. So if it passed by us, where is it going? It's like they don't tell you. They always say, "Oh yeah, it's just gonna pass by. Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen on Friday. We're gonna put a fireball watch because there might be other debris that's gonna be trailing behind it, so it might do something."
I think if we are on a globe, we are definitely protected by some type of
I think it's like a pressure,
yeah.
like pressure gradient.
Yeah. So there's something, and I don't even know if I believe in gravity, honestly. Like for me, I don't understand this.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I mean, like for me,
Good job, yeah.
like we're supposed to be having all this hundreds of pounds of pressure pushed on us, and this is what we get. Like I don't know. But I'm not a scientist, but like my logical mind just says bullshit on the whole gravity theory.
Yeah, because the thing is that like I think it was like last week or a week and a half ago, there was an object that actually landed in Australia, and they classified it as a mini moon. Have you ever heard of a mini moon?
They're making up shit.
They're making shit up. I'm like,
Yeah.
mini moon. Well, first of all, if you're saying moon, now you got my attention with the moon, but mini, like
Mini moon.
like how mini is it? Like what does it like? They don't
So
even
what
know.
they're doing is they're trying to make our common sense mind, our mind that's connected to all that is, what is it? Ashoktic records.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are all connected to all that is. Like we have the ability to connect to all the answers, but we have people, or whatever you want to call them, or this entity that's trying to convince us that we don't know what we're talking about. Like we don't know what we're thinking. Like our common sense mind is wrong, and so people are confused as hell. And so it's really difficult for people to ascend when they're all confused and not even trusting their own instincts,
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just this great plan. And are we in hell? We might be. Are we in heaven? Maybe. We're probably in both at the same time, right? Like, but it's crazy how we're being lied to about things, and we don't even know what to fucking believe anymore.
Yeah, because that's what that's what televisions and all these distractions are for, to keep us distracted and not really think and not put any sense into certain things and not question the inevitable. Like you can't question it. You just gotta like do what we tell you and shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Ugh.
I'm not down for that.
Neither am I. That's too forcefully for me. I don't like that.
No, because it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not down for that. Like I'm not gonna sacrifice my soul for some bullshit. Never. Like it just makes me so mad when people are really literally, when you try to talk to certain people, even in your own family, and you're like, please, just listen. It will help us all if you just listen, and they don't want to hear any of it. It's so frustrating because it's like sitting right in front of your face,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and can imagine, oh man, other families that are out there you know, because this world is so, it's little but it's big because we're so miniature, and we're like little fleas on a dog, and everyone has their own eyes on this world and how they see this world as it's fit. And
Mm-hmm.
man, I've been seeing some weird shows like on YouTube, funny shows because I like to see funny things. But then I start looking at all these people, and I'm like, wow, these people actually exist. And it's just and it just, it's weird. It's really weird. As funny as it is, but then I start thinking, wow, but if that's one person, then there's many more that are like that out here.
Exactly. And that's what I think about when I think about people who are abusing people and animals and who are just like completely all about like evil. You know, there's a lot of those people out there, and we coexist with them every day. And you know, we think they're so cool, and yet they got like humans and pets in cages in their house. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
like, I just feel like even if we don't even have to go into these people's houses to know, but at least trust your intuition so that you can inside put your power out and say no, because things need to shift before it goes way past the point of and we're never going to get past the point to where we can't turn things around. Like, we are very powerful, we're a part of God, we're God essence, we're God beings. Like, of course we're always going to exist. But do you want to exist in hell in your next life, or do you want to fucking exist in like a better realm next time? Because personally, I think this earth in this realm right here, it sucks, and I do not want to come back to this next time. I'm
okay.
really trying to leave on a good note, you know, and I really hope everybody else is too.
It's like I wish I had a cheat sheet for the future. Like, what's your next life going to be? And it's like, all right, this is what you're going to be for your next life. You're going to be a horse. And it's like, yeah, but I don't want to be a horse here. I want to be a horse somewhere else.
And you have to be careful what you ask for, because if you're going to be a horse, you better ask not to be a horse in Mexico in the meat horse trade
Mm,
system, you
yeah,
know?
I know, right?
Gonna get eaten really fast.
Hmm. Especially like horses, deers, everything. We
Anything. Like, I don't want to be on this realm. I feel like this realm is like, there's so much suffering, and I feel like for some reason I want to talk about it right now. That's why we're here, so we can talk about it and just be like, hey, like, yes, suffering exists. It's not all fucking happy rainbows and shit. We need to actually put out the energy of saying it's time to grow, you know, it's time to get past all this horrible pain that we've been dealing with whatever we've been going through. Like, we can't keep denying it, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, let's
hmm
just stop denying the pain, try to heal it and move on, so we're not keep doing this shit and
hmm
cycling through this trash.
hmm
It hurts. I don't want to do it anymore. It hurts.
Yeah, it's like a rinse and repeat. And it's like, gotta break that cycle. And a lot of people are trapped in the cycle. And
Yeah.
that's like, how can we as people grow out of the cycle, as because they're all programmed to a system. You know, each individual has a mind, and it's kind of like a memory chip, and they're programmed to either watch TV all the time, or or be worried all the time, or depressed all the time, or anxiety all the time. It's always some shit, and real fast you go to the doctors, and the first thing they want to do is, well, we have a pill for that, or I have a pill for this, or
Exactly.
pill for this. It's like, this is like, what is going on? It's like, by the time you know it, I'm taking 20 pills. I'm like,
What's going on is that we're in a realm where we have the opportunity of choice and freedom of expression, and we can choose the dark way and the negative way, or
mm,
we can choose the positive way. And also, not only does the light have choice, but the dark has choice too. And so the dark tries to influence the light, and the light does the dark too. But right now, I think the light is a little asleep because the dark is definitely, I can see the shadows over everyone. It's just consuming everyone. And people need to realize, like, we all have choice. We all have light.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you letting this consume you when you don't have to? Start looking at pretty vibrant colors, you know, start going outside and breathing some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Start saying no to the chemtrails. Start saying yes to the blue skies and the sun, you know, and yes to love. And like, trust me, I don't really like people very much. I have a really hard time coexisting in this reality. I hope I'm not totally taking over. I'm so sorry, Rick.
Oh, no. No. You're speaking your mind.
Yeah, and it's so hard, like, for all of us, I think, to coexist in this reality. So our mission, our job is to not even try, just bring your light into the conversation, you know? Like when someone says, oh, everything's great, or except for this, because, or it's rainy outside. Yeah, I love rain. It cleans the air. You know what I mean? Remind them why it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feed into why it sucks. You
just reminded me of something with forecasters. They're so crazy because, like, in the news, they're like, we need rain. We're desperate for rain. And then when it rains, when is it ever going to stop? I mean, but it just started. It just started. Why do you want it to stop? Like,
exactly.
If we need it, then don't wish it for it to be gone. You know, just deal with what we got. And then, you know, that's why I don't watch the news anymore. I just don't watch it. I just refuse to watch local news or any of these weird ABC channels.
It's bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
they're lying to us anyway.
Yeah,
they're trying to keep us down. It's all part of the darkness. Like, they're just trying to keep us down. No more of that.
It's their narrative to keep us down and to keep us thoughtless and to keep us worried. And everything in the world is negative. 90% of the news is negative, and maybe 1% has some kind of feel good story. And you know, it's all fear mongering.
Yep.
Pushing the people to be what they are today, and it's just a mess.
Mm-hmm. People are going crazy because they are so disattached from their heart. You know, the heart is so broken, and their heart, everything, all their ties, their chakras are probably going the wrong way. You know, like their energy centers are just all whack right now. Trust me, mine were so bad a couple years ago, and I'm not perfect now, but God, I feel so much better now that I worked on them. So I'm so grateful, and I still, you know, just being aware and being observant of everything. It's so important. You know, it's very healing when you just understand what's going on around you and you can see people's pain, and then you can kind of try and coach them through from just a couple words. You don't even have to say anything. Just put energy out, something, but don't ignore it. Don't ignore what's going on. Please.
No, you can. And don't ignore your inner thoughts and your inner spirit, that it's your thoughts from within, that you hear, that little voice that's in your head. It's not you're crazy. It's just that's your inner thoughts talking to you.
Yeah.
And
it might be your ancestors telling you, hey, like tapping you on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up.
Yeah.
You know, we're still here. Like, you're not alone. It's very, ooh.
We need to get people to listen more to their dreams. I feel like a lot of people are not really paying attention. They pay attention to their dreams, but then are remembering their dreams. And the point is to try to remember your dreams, because these dreams have messages all the time. It's kind of like a cheat sheet in life through these dreams. And dreams are not going to be the same every time. But when it does reoccur again, there's a message behind that dream. And it's always good to record it or have like an electronic device or write it down and figure yourself out from your dreams, because your dreams is another being. You're like in another world. You're another person. You're not, you know, yourself. You have more powers. You have more energy. You have more going for you on the sleep end than you are awake. And then when you're awake, you try to process it and figure out, okay, now what was the message about? And then you forget about it, and then you don't have the message. And I try to get people to remember more of their dreams and record more of their dreams. I know a lot of people
What if
don't.
their dreams are the same every night? Like
That's a
my
good thing, because
like
it's
mine.
really trying to push like the emphasis onto that
For
dream.
years though, for years.
Hmm. You want to share your dream? Like what was it about?
The dream is always in my I'm still in the same city. It's
Mm-hmm.
in where I live now, but down the street, I used to live in this house down the street.
Mm-hmm.
My stepdad was there, my mom was there, my brother was there. And then a lot of stuff happened with like an ex-boyfriend and stuff. I have had a dream of after I moved from there, I was in the bathroom and I was hugging this ghost. He was like, I don't want to let you go. And I was like, you need to let me go. Like, it's time. You need to go. Like, you've been in this house for way too long. And it was really special and stuff. And I really felt like, okay, that was legit, happened. But then, so my brother, there's so much, I don't even know if you can keep up. Fuck. So after I moved out, I was 18, I moved out, my brother took that room. He said that one night he saw this little devil, really angry, ugly, not cool devil. And he ran out of the room. My brother, he was freaked out. There's this fucking devil, and the devil ran after him. And then my brother switched rooms back to his old room. Mm-hmm. So that was my old room. I never had that experience, but I did have that ex-boyfriend that was really icky. And so then I moved out, and that was it. I don't know. But ever since then, I've been stuck in that house. And it's like, why?
Now, the house that you're talking about is your older house, right?
For a little bit, for probably like 4 years or something.
Okay, now the house it's not in a new condition. It's in the old.
It's old, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because like I have my dream book and stuff, and there's things behind that. So I'll probably do some private time with you on that, to let you know, and also about the devil too. That your brother experienced. I could definitely let you know what he is like, what he's experiencing or what he's going through to make that pop out in his dreams. And when you see the devil and stuff in your dreams, or something evil or a negative force in your dreams, something, it kind of like something around you or within your temptations, or it's just something's not right, something's wrong. It tends to blame others and do like naughty things. It's just he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And it also could be a warning that he needs to clean up his act and get his shit together. And that's on your brother, bless you. That's on your brother's side. And we spoke to you. We spoke about your brother before, and I'm hoping that he cleans his act, or he's getting better at his act. That could be that's like this. Yeah, one day you're okay, the next day you're like downhill, and this never ending roller coaster ride with your brother. I can feel the goosebumps on my right arm. It's just,
I have goosebumps too.
yeah, I do too, because like your brother's like, I just want to get him and like shake him, like, oh, you don't make up. He's gonna be looking at me like, what?
Me too.
It's like, yeah. And how's, oh, I know he's around. He's always around. Is he working by the chance? Is he still working?
No.
He's not working,
Nope.
right? So he's still around. He's always
my brother. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's always around. Man, why is he so unstable? Like he drinks a lot. Drugs? There's possibility, yes, of drugs. He's just and when I just feel
He's whack. He's whack. Whack.
yeah,
quack, quack, quack.
Yeah, because it's like he's just not stable.
Mm-mm.
Not stable.
And the thing is like, okay, so if you don't want to help yourself, I don't want to fucking be around you. And so that's the problem. Like, I've been like, hey, yo, bro, like, please get some therapy. You have insurance. Like, go talk to someone. No.
Defiant, no.
Okay.
Strong, no, right? Like, no. Like,
Yeah. I'm fine. Yeah, you're not fine. You've been causing major distractions in all of the family's lives. Like, you're not
for a
fine.
very long time. For
Yeah.
a very long time. This has just been
Yeah.
a roller coaster ride.
So
Is he gonna get better? The goosebumps came up on me, and then my thoughts in my head says no.
I don't think I'm going to be around I don't think I'm going to be in the same household to see it. Hopefully in the future, maybe, but like, I just, sometimes you just need to separate yourself from things. Like, sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and you have to take responsibility within yourself, which I'm trying to do, which is hard because I was raised by the same family too. So it's like hard, to separate myself. But you have to. If you're in that situation, it's never going to change and it's bringing you down. What else are you going to do,
Did your brother have problems in school?
I mean,
Like,
he wasn't much of a student, but neither was I in college.
Like, no, like he would like he couldn't focus. Because I feel like he can't focus. Like, he's like, you put a book in front of him, he'll just use it to like sleep on it.
I don't know. He says he's a genius. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you could self-proclaim as a genius, don't mean that you are.
Right.
It's good to feel that way. I always encourage people to think, that they're the smartest things in the world, even though.
You know what, too? I'm sorry. It trips me out because a long time ago, I looked up his chart. This is Western, but most of his signs are Capricorn. So I don't understand how but also in his chart, it said he would be used by women for money. But the problem is that's true, but he's using my mom to pay off those women. Like, those women are basically getting money from my mom. And that's what makes me mad. It's like, it's not coming from him. But but all his signs are Capricorn, which is Capricorn is supposed to be, and I have a couple. I know you're a Capricorn, and I have Capricorns in my family. My grandpa and my grandma, one of my grandmas are a Capricorn, and they're all really, financially stable, and they have their shit together. Everything's clean. They take showers, all that good stuff, right? No, not my brother. So it's weird. It's very strange that all of his signs are Capricorn, but yet he's like, not that.
It's that he's not listening to himself. He's just following the narrative, but not really listening or believing himself. He's falling into that narrative.
Yeah.
Because he's not enlightened. He is one of the followers. He's not a leader. He's a follower. He thinks he has a bark, like how a dog, have a bark. You think he has a bark in the game, and he's not really barking. He's kind of like crying and whining.
Yeah.
It's like, the dogs, like, they whine. That's how he acts. I just don't like the aggressiveness. Like, I feel aggressiveness inside. Like I want to punch the wall. Like, why?
Me too. And like, I often, especially lately, I'm like, why do I feel like this? Like, everything is fine with me, but I feel angry. And I think that's why. And that keeps getting in my head. I'm like, it's not you. It's not you. And that's so cool that you said that, because it just confirms it.
Yeah, because that's my psychic abilities. That's how I pick up on things. But I just felt this energy, like I wanted to punch the wall. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's how I've been feeling a lot lately, and I don't like living
hard. I'm saying my nipples are hard too, but it's like I feel like I want to punch something, like my fists.
But you know what sucks is my mom blames it on me. She says it's me.
No.
She says it's me.
It's not.
I'm like, That's not fair.
Your mom's so funny. No,
Not.
it's
That's
not
not
you.
funny.
It's not
Pisses
you
me
at
off.
all.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, I will say something. I am not fucking shy to say anything. If you're fucking out of line, I'm going to tell you.
Hmm.
But I feel like that should be allowed. You know, when you're fucking up, you should, check your fucking. Okay. Okay. In nature, they say follow nature. Well, I remember seeing this documentary of this horse, and the horse, there's this baby horse that was born, and it was all kind of messed up. It was not able to keep its balance. There was something wrong with it. It was going to keep the pack down.
Hmm.
What did this lead horse do? It went and killed the baby horse. It was stompled on it in front of everyone, and the lady horses were trying to stop him, but he wouldn't. He killed the fucking horse because it would have kept him down. That's just nature, right?
Hmm.
But it's very frustrating when you have that, when you're trying to coddle that youngster and they're not like, instead of like, so my instincts are like take you down, right? But then I'm trying to coddle, so I'm like torn. I'm a Gemini, so I'm torn between trying to like coddle and then take you down. It's like so fucked up. I hate it.
Oh man, I could see it.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
then my mom's like, it's you. And I'm like, it's not me. It's not.
yeah,
I'm just reacting to the situation, dude.
it's
You know?
energy. It's like it's so. Oh man, I can't wait till you progress out of there.
Me too.
Because the sooner, the better. I worry about your mother. You
Me
know,
too.
that's
That's the thing.
like your brother. I'm not like your mother
I'm
is like
worried about him too, but not as much as my mom. But even
yeah.
then, she's fine. She's fine. She's got her thing. Like, she's a Virgo and she's worked for hers. Like, she has money. She'll go buy a house. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. The problem is like she's always going to be around him. Like, she's always going to coddle him. I'm the one that's going to have to go out and do my own thing, which I'm
Hmm.
fine with.
Hmm.
But I have this dog right now that I love, and he's sick, and I have to take care of him. So you just gotta have just patience,
Yeah, because I could
patience.
see you. I could see you like saving money. I see other things, um, but I could see you progressing and moving on. And I could see you signing yourself out of the lease. I could see you. Um, see, I don't want to talk about your dog, but you know, things are gonna get worse before they get better. With him. Um,
Well, we'll see how long. I
yeah,
mean, he's 12.
2020,
Well, he's almost 12, so we'll see how long.
2020 is going to be a rough year. It's going to be rough, but
Well, I hope 2020. I hope. I've been thinking that for the last couple of years, so we'll see. Maybe I can go
make
another
it the
year. But
best
you know
time of
what?
his
Whatever
life.
happens,
Yeah, make it
I,
the best time of his
uh,
life.
huh?
Make it the best time of his life. Like
And I do. Like, his
take him
whole
to the
life has
lake.
been,
Yeah,
yeah.
take him to the lake. Take him with you. Take him, to see things.
Yeah.
Enjoy the bonding time with him.
Our whole life has been about bonding time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm. Because his energy is gonna start. It's gonna start depleting and going downwards. And I just want his morale to be lifted. You know.
Oh, he will. He's already lifted.
Hmm.
He's happy. He loves mommy.
Yeah. No, he loves mommy. No, yeah, he loves
Well,
you.
we have a good time together. We go outside. He's good.
Hmm. I just 2020 is gonna be a little rough. My head
We'll
is
see.
hurting. I feel pain in my head, especially in the top left side of my head. Um, yeah, we'll see. Just keep doing what you're doing with him. You're doing great. The CBD oil must be doing amazing. I'm glad that you're doing that with him and doing the.
I do a mushroom mixture. It's like dehydrated mushrooms. Throw that in there. And then there's this tincture. It's called Life Gold, and it's from Pure Nutrition, Pure Health, and that's for pets.
Mhm.
And that works really, really good. And they have different things for kidneys and detox and stuff for animals. So if anyone like has a sick pet, definitely try that. The CBD THC oil I get is from California. So if you don't live there, you can't get it. Because unfortunately, even if you are in a state that sells marijuana or that type of substance for medicinal reasons, you can't trade with different states yet. Hopefully that changes, because this stuff from California works really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you live there, it's called Fiddler's Greens. Get it.
And how's his tumor? Is it
I mean, it's a constant fight. Like, not fight, but like one will grow and then it'll start looking like a blister. And so I'll clean it, and then I'll put my 35. I mix it. It's pure hydrogen peroxide. So it's not the stuff in the brown bottle. You already know about it. I've told you about it. But for people who don't, it's 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide. You mix it with distilled water. And so I'll just clean it like a cut, like you would if you had a cut. And it starts to seep blood. And that's what it needs to do, because it looks like a blister. So it starts to seep blood, it bleeds for a while, it turns into a scab, and then the scab falls off, and then the bump is gone for a while. And then another one forms kind of in that same area. I'm pretty convinced that those bumps were caused from vaccines, because it's kind of in that same area. And I've seen a lot of dogs have cancer in that same area. So I'm pretty sure it's from vaccines. So all I can do is keep trying to keep those suckers away and out of his bloodstream. And he's 12. He's almost 12. And
I know, I can hear him.
So, yeah, and he's full of life still, and I'm so grateful for still having him, because like this one girl that I watch on YouTube, her family just lost their dog at 6 years old, and fuck, you know, that was half of my dog's life ago. I would have lost him a long time ago. So I'm really grateful. So I'm happy. I'm really grateful. I'm just going to keep on trying. And I'm so grateful for CBD, like for people who don't believe in it, or like people who hate on that big old flower on the wall, which I don't think anybody would still be here at this point in the video if they did hate on that.
That's why I put the lights around it to decorate it.
But it's just so powerful and magical, and it's a blessing, and it really is. So I'm grateful
it's something
for it.
Very magical, helpful in all phases. And like you could use it to make clothing, you could build homes with it, you could cure ailments with it. I mean, it's so versatile, and yet the governments like see it as a negative, because it affects what they want to do, and it affects their bottom line, and they don't want to.
Pharmaceuticals.
yeah, their bottom line, which is the pharmaceuticals and cotton. You know, it's a big beast when it comes to clothing and other things, and it's just got a bad rep. You know, it's just like it just got a really bad rap. And the funny thing is that if you were to look in, let's say 80, 100 years ago, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Everything goes through, like alcohol. It was illegal, and people started making it in their bathtubs and then dying, and then they made it legal again, and now people still die from it.
Yeah, legally die from it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can
but it's just like, no matter what, like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and so are people. Like, people are gonna do what they're gonna fucking do. Like, heroin is illegal, and they're still gonna fucking do heroin. Well, guess what?
But back in the day, it was legal.
It was.
It was
totally
legal.
It's acid and
all that stuff was legal. The doctors would give you a script, and he'd be like, "Here you go," and it's like methamphetamine. Like, you were taking meth.
But now it's brought in. It's still brought in from, not always, but a lot of times it's just recirculated in from the government. Oh, this is going to be a fucking hell of a video, Rick.
I know, right? We're going right into it. No, it's like cocaine too. Cocaine, man, they used to put that shit in Coca-Cola. And the doctor would write a script. Okay, 1 bottle of Coca-Cola for this individual. Boom, they would take that to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy would give them a bottle of Coke. And then they would drink it, and they would be all buzzed up.
Fucked up.
Fucked up from the cocaine. And that was a thing. That was truly a thing.
I know,
And
that's crazy.
and it totally changed. It's like it was too good, so they had to take it out.
People were getting hooked.
Yeah, people were getting hooked on
But they
Coca-Cola.
still are hooked on Vicodin,
Hmm. I
you know.
wonder if there's somewhere or someone that still sells cocaine Coke. I can imagine
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know.
that's made with cocaine, like how they did it back in the days.
Does swallowing it? I guess so, huh? You can
Yeah,
still
yeah. When you
swallow
swallow it, hell yeah, it gets into your
because
stream.
it goes into your, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
through your stomach. I mean, there's so many
So
ways.
yeah, I'm sure people at home would just get some and put it in their Coke and drink it.
Oh Lord, you imagine? They're like,
That's not good. Don't do that at home, people.
yeah, like,
This video is not intended for children.
yeah, it's
We
not.
said that in the beginning, though. So
Yeah, this is not intended for children, and trust me, there is people out there that are
children.
not children, no, but there are a lot of people that are still doing those type of drugs
Yes,
on a daily basis, and that's their go-to, and there's nothing that they're addicted to it.
there are
And
people that cut themselves as an addiction. You know.
let me tell you, doctors, nurses, there's like high
Oh yeah.
profession attorneys that do it. I
Yep.
mean, before they even go to court, they hit a ball, and they take a couple of hits and they go into
I
court.
would so know if I was in there with them. I'd be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
you're fired.
I knew an attorney that
Fired."
was he was really like addicted to cocaine, and I knew it, and I saw, like, when I saw him, like, I was like, what is he doing here and stuff, and then he just, like, it looks different, the way he was acting was different, and come to find out, I found out that, yeah, he's a heavy, like, cocaine head. He's a big time cocaine head, and no one is stopping him from it.
Surprising.
He just, I'm not gonna stop him. That's not my place. I'm not there to baby him or anything like that. He's a grown ass man. He makes his own decisions and what he wants to do.
There's this gym here. This gym. Um, it was years back. I was 18 at the time, so it was a long time ago, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
But they got busted for selling cocaine and heroin out of their gym, and they're still there. They're still
Yeah,
around.
they're still there.
They're still there. Still
Wow.
there.
And it's still, it's a black
I
eye.
gotta get out of town, man.
But the things that gyms are very sneaky. That's the place where you can really, like, distribute,
Yes.
like, these type of medicines there, especially steroids and all these other things that they have.
Yeah.
Um,
This guy once, I was thinking, because when I was younger, I was like trying to live up to this standard, right? This Britney Spears standard,
oh God.
or this rich girl standard. Like I wanted to have muscles and back muscles and like I just wanted to have hella muscles, but not yoked or anything. But anyway, so every summer I would contemplate doing something, and I never went through with it because I always knew the side effects, and I never wanted to have to deal with that for the rest of my life, because you deal with side effects for the rest of your life if you do that shit.
Mhm.
And this guy in the gym, I was asking him about it, and he's like, yeah, and he gave me a list of stuff. He's like, I will get you all of this, we'll get you started. And I'm like, damn, this is a fucking mighty list here. And so I
Mhm.
took it to a friend of mine who of course knew about it, and he's like, girl, you'll grow a little wiener if you take all this stuff. Like, you're gonna be like Adam's apple and hair, and like, no, don't do this.
Oh boy.
So you have to be careful. People will tell you anything to get you to do whatever. And for people who are vulnerable and who don't know any better and just want to do whatever, they have this some type of goal for whatever drug you want to do. Like, there's some type of goal you want, right? But is it worth the consequences? Like, gotta think about that.
Yeah, I gotta really think about that, because, like, for me, my only drugs are the legal ones, and even my marijuana is legal because I have my medical marijuana card. And I mean, marijuana is it's a great drug. It's a great, for anxiety and depression, and depending on different things, different plants does different things. And for someone to tell me, oh, I feel like this and that, but then they spark up a cigarette and they're smoking a cigarette, I'm like, I'd rather for you not to smoke a cigarette, just light up a joint, and maybe half of the problems that you have will probably go away.
Yeah.
It's like they're quick to light up the cigarette, and I'm like, man, you don't understand how horrible that is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
to have cigarettes and to have that in your system, it just really eats you up from within.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize it because they just, when they smoke, it goes through their system. You feel it in your system. You could feel it. It's like it's an instant reaction. It's kind of like a drug too. 'Cause
It
that
is.
nicotine,
Oh, many drugs. Many.
yeah, and the nicotine is what really gets into the stream, and it kind of like makes them into a fiend that they need to have a cigarette. They need every like anything that's like every 15, 20
And
minutes.
then the habit, like the
Yeah, yeah,
or
like the
I want to say oral fixation, but I don't know if that's the right
it's the to the lips. They'll have to
the
have
action
something
of it.
warm on their lips, and I'm like, ah,
Or nervousness. They hide behind their cigarette, like a lot of women do behind their babies. I know a lot of people, women hide behind their kids. Same thing.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they're talking really bad about the e-pens and stuff, and all the chemicals that they put in it
This
to.
is bad. I've heard bad stuff about this.
Hmm. I heard what's the chemicals that they put in order to make it to vape, that is harmful. Um, um, I'm really iffy about that. And the reason why I say I'm iffy about it, because a lot of the people that have passed away from those devices were heavy smokers, were heavy cigarette smokers. And the transformation
I
from,
think they're bad. I cough a lot after a hit, usually, unless you take little baby hits, but it is hard.
mhm.
I still smoke this as much as I can just because this is harsh. So I definitely try and stay away from this because I've heard people are dying from it, and
Oh
I
yeah,
cough a lot from
oh
this.
yeah.
But
I think in
it
Massachusetts,
doesn't
yeah.
smell really. It kind of smells, but nothing like this, you know.
Mhm. And I believe it's something that's in the liquid and in the cartridge
Yes.
itself that's causing it. That's what I'm believing that what it's doing, and it's overwhelming the lungs. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, the ones that died, were previous heavy smokers, heavy cigarette smokers, and from transferring from smoking into um, vaping is a big change, because vaping is not a little bit of vape you're getting a full cloud that's going inside you, and then you have to
Yeah.
hold it in for a bit and then exhale it out. So it could be an overwhelming of the lungs that's causing the issues. Um, and a lot of people are dying from it. But then they're trying to make um, like the CBD and the THC look bad because of it, and I think that's totally wrong. And it's
It
not
is
because,
wrong.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not because of that.
No, it's not because I give it to my dog, and if when I don't give it to him, his mask gets bigger. So, and then when I give it to him, it stays the same. So it's not that.
Yeah, yeah.
When I smoke out of a pipe, or if I eat edibles, it's definitely doesn't do that. It's this is a whole new thing. It's funny how they try to blame something that's so new to the market on something that's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was another thing I wanted to talk about too, how everyone is different, right? Because we all have different DNAs. We're not the same. I keep telling people, yes, we're human, but we are not the same. We all have different DNAs. And how our meat that we eat, because I know you don't eat meat, I know that, but everything that we do eat has DNA in it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Now, if they manipulate the DNA of the food that you're eating, then is that manipulating your DNA within yourself? People
Yeah.
be
You
scientists.
are what you eat.
You
That's
are
a
what you
true
eat,
thing.
and it's true. But the people don't think about the DNA and the life cycle of
No,
these
no. People
animals or
don't think
wherever
that it goes
yeah,
deep.
yeah.
People think that life is all about sitting down, watching TV, eating chicken, fried chicken and potatoes.
Yeah,
That's what life's
mashed
about.
potatoes, mashed potatoes and some gravy.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we're gonna go back to work again. And we're gonna
Yeah.
come back home and eat some more dinner. No. Like things are way deeper than that. Like I don't even want to get into atoms and stuff. Like
Yeah, because the body.
our body is made of trillions and trillions of cells, and then cells are composed of molecules which end up broken down into atoms, which are broken down into cycles or some shit like that, which are like, if you space those atoms out, it's the size of a football field or 2 football fields, something like that, and that's per atom. And our bodies are made by like trillions of fucking cells, which are bigger than atoms. It's just the space between it. There's a lot of detail that goes into life. Let's just put it that way.
And I just feel like everything that you eat, it's a DNA.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
then when you go to the store, let's say, okay, for the meat eaters, that they get a pack of 10 chicken wings, right? There's no chicken that has 10 wings. Okay, one chicken has 2 wings. So you're getting 5 different birds, and you don't know like which genes are what, or even don't even know where you get them from, because they don't tell you what farm, where they grew it, what was fed to it. They don't give you any of that. They just tell you this is the price for the chicken. Buy it if you want to eat it. That's it. There's no.
And they can manipulate those genes very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can change your genes.
And that's how you see there's obesity on some people that eat it, and then there's some that are not, that don't, that they eat the same thing and it doesn't affect them.
I think obese people eat way more than they need to be eating. Like that's a whole nother topic. Like your calories in, calories out. Like that's a basic law. So unless you have some super thyroid condition or something, like, yeah.
And I'm sure there's people out there that have the thyroid conditions and they have, eating problems, and not to mark on them or anything like that, but
No.
it is a problem.
Calories in, calories out, addiction to food. Yeah. I mean, the chemicals they put in food, like you said, can change your DNA, can make you addicted to theirs, can make you crave them.
Yeah, like craving, and you're like, you have to have it. Like, no, you don't. Like, it's like, if you don't have it, you're gonna cause a fit and then start acting up. Just for a piece of chicken. It's like, get out of here. It's like, and
people will lose limbs. Like I've met plenty of people, and I'm sure you have too, who have diabetes and they can't stop eating sugar or the things that they love, because our bodies crave foods that we are addicted to.
Yeah,
and it's so weird, but our body, the more you give it, the more it wants it. And people are willing to give up their limbs, their legs, their arms for their ice cream. I had a customer who lost both of his legs. I'd say he looked older. He just looked like a really beat up 45. Like, he looked beat up though. But he lost both of his legs, and he would come in and he would drink his Diet Coke and eat big old fudge sundaes. And it's like, dude, like, I just wanted to say, like, stop, but you can't, because it's their life. But fuck, the addiction is real with food. It's real.
Yeah.
But you have to have that mind power too, because that's real too. Food can't be more powerful than this. And if you want it to be, then that's on you. But accept the consequences, right?
Yeah. Like, for me, like, I got tested, like, my blood work and everything, and I came back as pre-diabetic. I'm like, pre-diabetic? I'm like, first of all, I don't even eat that much sugar or anything like that. And they told me, well, you inherit it. I go, inherit it? Yeah, from your family.
That's real too.
And I'm like, that's bullshit. I was like, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Those bastards, I don't even talk to them or anything, and they still passing shit on to me. Get out of here. But I just chill, keep going what I do. Just drink plenty of water and try to walk, and and just watch what I eat. Um, I don't eat that much. I eat maybe once or two meals a day, and that's about it. And I'm good with that. But there's those that don't know and they just keep splurging because they don't go and get checked and they don't know their blood type. They don't even know if they're HIV, negative or positive or nothing. I'm like, when I go to the doctor, I check for everything. I'm HIV negative. I have no chlamydia. I don't have any of those like cooties, none of that stuff, because that's what they do. They check for everything, hepatitis. Like the chlamydia was just drove me crazy. They're like check you for crabs, check you for everything on your blood, and I got my results, and the only thing that came up was it's in the lower high of the pre-diabetic, so it's like it could be controlled with a pill, which I'm going for appointment this Friday to get the medication so I can start taking it. And the more you could prevent
That's good.
from, yeah, the things that you do beforehand can help you in the long term.
Yeah, you have to take the steps to being healthy. It's all about taking the steps. Like you can't just ignore things about your body. Like, oh, this is happening, so I'm going to take this pill. Not in your circumstance, but some people are like, oh, this pain, I'm going to take a Vicodin. Oh, but where's that pain coming from? So it's just all about taking the steps, being healthy, and eating right. Eating is a big deal, and fruit and vegetables are important.
Yeah, eating vegetables. You gotta watch your vegetables because some of them have sugar, so you gotta just do your homework before.
I still eat fruit. Like, well, once a day I have a smoothie, and I put kale, beets, ginger, blueberries, raspberries, cherries, pineapples, and oatmeal, and a scoop of protein, and like a tablespoon of coconut oil. And that is a giant smoothie in the morning. And that's like basically, unless I choose to have a salad later, that's my nutrients for the day. So I'm like, yeah, like I got the smoothie in, it's not watered down. I didn't take out the pulp. Drink it. You have good bowel movements the next day, and I feel great. Like it's really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So even just one a day is good.
Especially if you squeeze out your own oranges. It's so much better than buying the concentrated stuff.
Yeah. It tastes really yummy too. But you have to have a lot of you can mix it with water and kind of dilute it too, instead of using a bunch of oranges.
And now that the prices are going up, so it's like they're going to make it harder for people to be able to afford food in the near future. 2020 is going to be a hard year for the bank accounts, or for your people's bank accounts when it comes to buying food. Prices are going to be going up, like very.
Not surprised.
Yeah, it's going to go up. It's going to be like your milk is going to cost more than gasoline. You're gonna have like bread prices go up, cereal prices are gonna go up, anything that's whole grain. It's just, I don't know. And then the thing is that, like, I close my eyes, right, and I just picture my supermarket, and then I multiply it by thousands upon thousands of markets that are here in the United States, throughout the whole United States, and all the food that they have in the shelves. And it's like, man, there's a lot of food. Like, they push a lot of food on people.
A lot of food gets thrown away. It's very wasteful.
Yeah. And I just feel like they should just minimize the menu on people and not make the superstores like so super, and just minimize the supermarket to really what you really need to eat, instead of eating.
But that means less money for them. That will never happen. This is all about money. Like, that's the problem. It's all about money.
Yeah, and splicing the genes and making more out of the little that you have is the goal, and they don't care who they're hurting. If they want to put steroids on a cow to make the cow looks 10 times bigger, they're gonna do it so they could get more money per pound. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting to put living creatures through that in the first place. Like, ick.
At one point,
it sucks that people are so lazy that they can't even fucking do their own shit, but we're not even allowed to anyways. Like, even if we wanted to grow our own stuff, we're still being sprayed by chemtrails. Our stuff's still being fucking tainted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, where does it end? It doesn't really.
They still manipulating the genes.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, those chemtrails, it's like I never still have not gotten an answer for those chemtrails. I was hoping that someone in the White House will step up and say, all right, this is what's really going on.
Oh
That
no. Well, you can look it
personal.
up. They're supposedly private companies, and they go and it's like some of it is experimental, and then others it's for weather control. Like, they have it says what it is online,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
and it's okay. It's fine.
is it truly is what they say it is?
They
'Cause-
say what it's in it too, but I mean, everything is out there. It's just we don't really believe it, or we don't look for it.
Well, they don't. The problem is they don't look up because they're so busy looking down at what they got to
People don't even
survive.
know. When I'm like, people are like, hey, how's it going? And sometimes I'll go, it's good except for that. And then they'll be like, what? And I'll go, that. And I'll point to a airplane that's spraying.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's called chemtrails. What's a chemtrail?
Yeah, they don't know, and they don't.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, at least like point it out, but it's like, wow, it sucks. Like, you know, we're such old souls and we're way more awake than a lot of other souls are right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we are also on the same page of a lot of souls, thank goodness. But like, at least we acknowledge that stuff. But it's like, wow, it's like I just can't.
You know, back in the days, they would have put us in the crazy house.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that's what I was saying. Okay, so that's kind of where I was going. I lost my train of thought, so thank you. Exactly. So like back then we would have been put in the crazy house, and I feel like right now I still get so frustrated because we're still in the same place where we were back then. Like, they're still there. They're still in that same place, and we're still here going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it hasn't even changed. Like, what is wrong? What is going on? Like, we're in this vicious
We
cycle.
would
It's not
have been in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
And trust me, those were really big back in the 1900s. Oh man, early 1900s.
Ugh.
Oh, it was
Gives me
horrible, horrible conditions, and how these individuals lived and went through and died. Oh, it's like nightmares. It's like,
and people are still living that, really.
yeah.
There's
It's just
still
not in public now.
psychopaths running our fucking world who have all these children and people of color, apparently, because they like people of color. They're doing things to these people, like Jeffrey Epstein with his island in that crazy pyramid and the whole tomb and everything, that they do horrific things.
Mhm.
And you know, people are just going about their lives trying to survive, trying to make a dollar, like, because we can't, our rent keeps going higher, food keeps going higher, like, we're so distracted
Yeah.
while they're doing this really fucked up magic keeping us here. It's crazy. That just came out. Like, it's just, that's what it is. That is what it is.
And that's what they want you to do. They want you to worry. They want you to, oh my God, my bills are going higher, you know, and I'm not getting paid more. I'm getting paid the same, but my bills are more expensive now. And they always want you to keep you in that state of worry. And it's like, why you always have to be worrying? Why can't we just not worry and just take care
We
of what
have to start seeing our own magic and our own light and our own ability to change things and shift things, instead of allowing these fucking frauds and these bullshitters, whatever else you want to call them, evil entities running shit, you know. Like, that's why people like us, it's good at least to wake up, fellow
that Epstein thing.
magical people.
That Epstein is such a crazy, like, that's another show.
It's another show, and it's a part of this. It's
Oh, and the
all
banker too.
sucky.
The banker, the one who signed off on Trump's money and stuff for him to be as successful as he was, committed suicide himself too.
Yeah.
Supposedly committed suicide.
I mean,
So many weird
No, we don't know. It's
flying off the
all a
radar.
personal opinion.
A lot of people are flying off the radar. Like that one doctor that was like part of the Clinton Foundation, and he ended up found in the river dead.
Yeah.
'Cause he,
There's lots of people that are dead. That what was that one guy that he had the fro? He was like he was out coming out blasting everybody, and then they said he died because he threw himself off the bridge into the river. That's how they said he died. What's his name? I almost had it. I'm sure people have it that are watching, but yeah, like he was on YouTube for a while calling out all kinds of famous people's names and stuff, and then, oh, shocking, he's dead. He threw himself off the
it
river.
sounds familiar. It sounds familiar because he was a truther too, right? Wasn't he a truther? Like he used to talk like a lot.
He was yeah, I mean, he was a, yes, yeah, and he also was an actor at one point.
Okay, okay. I think I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name. Man, I can't. Like, now you got me really thinking. I'm gonna really like. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I know. I'm trying to find it right now.
And like this other dude that drives me crazy. There's well, there's a few things that drive me crazy, but there's the dude from Chicago, the Jesse dude. What's his name? Jesse Smotes or some shit like that. The one that he got supposedly beat up, and he didn't. He kind of like set everything up as a fake. That
The
pretended,
actor,
yeah, that
the
pretended,
black actor.
yeah.
Yes.
And now he's trying to sue the city because they're messing up his career. I'm like, what? He did it to himself. Like he like it doesn't make any sense. Like, and every time I see it, they he's trying to sue the city for this and that. I'm like, dude, but you did the act, you committed the crime, and yet you want to prove innocence. Like, how do you do that?
It was that's a perfect example of people not seeing like the truth and what is, like not accepting their actions are going to have consequences. They don't see reality. It's like, are you fucking serious? Like,
That's like
wow.
that was a stage attack, and then on top of all that, he wants to play his innocence, and then play the little the one that is innocent, the innocent party, the little boy that cried wolf,
The victim.
the victim, and he's not the victim. He's the perpetrator. He's the one that caused all this craziness, and yet he wants to project himself as innocent. And I think that's totally wrong. And I think that's
I'm surprised he's still
I'm surprised he's not in
like,
jail.
yeah, like
I mean, if someone like us was to do something like that, we would have been in jail.
that's falsifying
Yes,
something. I
lying,
don't know.
lying to the police. Yeah.
That's not right. I know that.
That's I haven't followed too much up on it, but that is lying to the police, lying to the authorities, reporting false, giving a false statement too. He lied to so many people, and like
he's wasting people's time. He's wasting money. Yeah.
And yet we're the
Now
one.
that's still going on, or that's from?
No, it's still going on. Still going on.
Wow.
He's trying to sue the city.
They need to find something else better to do. See, that's another form of distraction, right?
Yes, it is. It's a big distraction because it's an ongoing distraction, and it's not getting any better. The dude is
There's distractions all over the fucking place. But you know what? This whole YouTube stuff, trying to come down on creators when they're the ones that have built up this platform, people aren't going to stick around for, commercial programs. We're here to see the people, from the people, for the people, not from corporations to the people to feed the people lies. Like, we're not here to see that, or else we would stay on TV and watch that. We're here to hear real stories, real life stuff. And They think they're just going to push us out and YouTube's going to survive. No, YouTube's going to go down if they try to do that, and the people will find another way to speak, because inevitably we are the ones who, positive light is the ones that keeps it going. With, if it was only dark, like everything would be shut down and nobody would be able to see. Like it would just be dark. We're the only ones that keep this shit going. And so we'll find another way if YouTube fucks up and shuts down, whatever.
Yeah, because they have also D Live. It's called D Live, and it's another social platform, just kind of like a YouTube, but it has a little bit more liberty in what you can say and do. But that's only going to be a certain amount of time before that gets like taken over.
Yeah, and the problem is right now people are making money off of YouTube. They're making a career and their livelihoods off YouTube, and that might be taken away. I don't know if it's going to, but and then somebody else made a really good point I was listening to about, like, with children, like they're making it to the point where nothing is going to be allowed to be for children, geared toward children at all. Like you can't make money off it or anything. And so children still are going to go on YouTube. They're still going to go online. You can't stop kids from going online. But now the problem is now only adult content's going to be on YouTube. And so now kids are only seeing that. And so that was a kind of a good point that this guy made too, is it can go in so many directions with this. It doesn't seem necessary. The only reason why I think that they're doing this is because they're trying to cover up some really serious things that, I mean, there's a lot of allegations going on YouTube where they've kind of silenced those channels, but they're still around and people hear it and shit's going on and people are being abused and mind control is happening on mass scales. Like they're scared. I think that's what's happening. They're scared. They're about to take it down because they're scared.
Mm-hmm. And if they do take it down,
it's showing, okay, people might be like, oh, maybe they'll put two and two together, hopefully.
Yeah, but then what will happen to like society after then? Because then they don't have a place where they can do this, so they're gonna go somewhere else to seek their, I guess, addiction or nasty.
People can make their own websites. You can make your own websites. They have that Diddy. Do you ever see that on YouTube commercials? There's Diddy. You can make your own YouTube platform where you can actually do it yourself. You don't need somebody to do it for you. You can drag and paste things and make your own platform that looks just as you want it to. And you can do that. There could be somebody who's popular that says, these are all the people's websites, go to them and see their channels. I mean, if it has to go down to that again, because we were there at one point, people used to go to people's websites and that's how you would communicate with them. It could happen again, but somebody will come up with something.
It'll be like another kind of like Facebook. That's another platform that's
That's the problem. Like you said, they always get taken over, right?
Yeah, like MySpace. Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
That was like, it was like the competition between MySpace and Facebook, and then Facebook just exploded, and MySpace went to nowhere, and didn't take off or anything. It kind of picked up, but they didn't like back it or anything.
Does it still exist?
I think so. I think they still exist.
I wonder if I could find my MySpace.
That should be a show. Hey, let's find our MySpace account and see what's in there.
Okay. Oh my God.
I think I had one before, but I don't know if what's in there or what's what. I don't even know what's in my Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in years.
Sometimes I go on there, but very rarely. There's people that go on there religiously all the time, every day. I'm like, I can't, because I was there once and I didn't like how it consumed my life. Every second I had, I wanted to be on Facebook. And I don't like that when something, when I'm addicted to something, I don't like that. So I had to stop. So now I have it, but I don't go on there much.
Yeah, I don't have any reasons to be on Facebook. I don't even go on there at all. Even some of the games they're like that you play on your phones. They're like, oh yeah, join join it on Facebook. I'm like, I don't even go on Facebook because I just don't do it. I don't like what it represents, and I know
No,
the
I
evilness
agree.
that's behind Facebook.
I agree.
There's a lot of pedophiles that are
Yes.
on Facebook, like more than you think, and it's just an outlet, another outlet to exercise your journey of craziness. And social media, it's
TikTok has a lot
yeah.
of pedophiles on there too.
I've never heard of that before.
It's
Tik
where they have music and they like dance and it'll be like singing and it'll be glitchy and kind of funny, but then you got these pedophiles that kind of sing along to the young girl. It's creepy. But not all of it's creepy. Actually, there's some cute things on there, but it's more for the youngins.
You see, but then they'll have a problem with like with YouTube, with the youngings. You know, how long would it be before that platform gets, you know, some attention on and cause it to do, what YouTube is doing, and it's starting to censor. And I am not dancing with younglings. I am not doing the baby shark dance.
And you know what?
I'm not gonna do the baby shark dance. I'm like, I could do
No,
the
fuck
baby shark
that
dance,
dance.
but I'd be like, it's
Thank
just
God.
pretty weird,
Yeah, no.
It's
Plus,
like,
I think that that's one of the reasons why they're doing this too, is so that we start accepting that freedom of speech doesn't exist really anymore. I mean, how often can we go online and say what we truly think without being afraid of being
like judged,
totally taken down or whatever? Because people
taken
can
down.
do a lot when you say things.
Hmm.
This is just another way of keeping us
Stuck.
getting us a little bit closer to where we don't want to be.
Yep, stuck in this bullshit.
Yeah.
The baby shark song is in my head. I'm like,
No.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the baby shark dance. Baby shark,
Is that it?
baby shark, baby shark. No, no, no,
Why do you watch that though?
no. It's in my head because it was
What
in
is
one of
it?
the shows, and I was like, oh my god, the sound is so catching, and then everybody's doing the baby shark dance. I'm like, it's gone crazy. Like, there's been baby
My
shark.
baby shark.
Like, they even play baby shark song in the freaking strip club, and it's just crazy.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you see these girls
And
dancing.
then guys go home and to their kids and they're like,
I don't never understood that. That because we could talk about that, about the like the stripping and stuff, because it's like you do all this stuff there, right? And then these guys go back to their families,
yeah.
and it's like I just find it weird. I just find it
It's definitely, I think it's like this makes them feel powerful and like, oh, I got the secret life, and not all guys are like that, but the ones that are regulars there, like they're probably like, it gets
Mhm.
them off. It makes them feel important, probably.
It's like
That's a true loser.
it's because I don't understand, because I was like, all right, you go to a strip club and then you like dancing and all that stuff, but then what pleasure does that bring to the individual when he leaves and has to go back home to his family and have to look at his family in their face in the morning after he had a night?
That would make me feel like shit.
Yeah, I think that's like, for me, I feel horrible. I couldn't look at my family's face like that after
Mm.
going to some place like that. I'm like, no.
Going to church the next day.
I know, right? Go to church the next day. You like don't even have
That's
time
wrong.
to sleep. You
That
like
is, that's wrong, right?
go from the strip club to the church.
Oh my God, still drunk.
Still drunk and still there, just listening, and then go home and sleeping off the rest of the day. It's like, and there's guys that do that. There's so many families, so many people, not only guys but girls too. They're not innocent either, because ladies do go to strip joints too. And
Well, and also ladies work at them.
and they work there, so.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix.
And yeah, it is what it is. But my goodness, I just never understood it. Never understood the concept of the guys having to go there. I'm like, your wife doesn't help you with that, or you don't have any other outlets to, there's no shame in your game.
Some, unfortunately, like a lot of guys just are not raised right, or they just don't have any respect.
What are we gonna do this Friday? Well, we're going booby watching. I'm like, what? Like, what? No, we're going to the strip joint. Okay, we're going to the strip joint and watch football. I'm like, what ball are you going to be watching? It's like, doesn't, I don't know. It's just, for me.
I hope only the football.
I know, right? Because it could be
otherwise you're at a male strip joint, honey.
There is no strip clubs. So there's no ones.
In Vegas, I went to what was it called? Oh my God.
Not Chippendales. You didn't go to Chippendales, did you?
No, because like downstairs was the girl area and then upstairs was the guy area.
Okay. So
and so, we were partying, and so we went upstairs, of course, and got like, but I'm not into that. Like I thought it was kind of cheesy. And I actually had a boyfriend back in the day who was a stripper, and we broke up. He cheated on me, and so I went, and me and some girls went, and my best friend was dating one of the guys that was dancing there. Like, we lived in a small town, so all the hot guys were dancing. All of a sudden they wanted to strip. And so we went, and my ex was there, and I was like, he stuffs. Like, all the girls were like, oh shit. I embarrassed him so bad because he cheated on me. So I was like, he stuffs. And that was great. But it was so cheesy, like, just like them grinding, and it's like gross. Like, all I see is a lot of STDs floating around.
I know, thank goodness.
And let me just finish one more thing. This girl, she was a choreographer, and she like helped them with their dances, right? Well, she also did a little bit of that before the show. On all of them, from what I heard. I was like, what the?
And it's just the weirdest thing. It's just so weird.
That is an addiction, right? Like, that's like straight addiction, right? Like, how?
It has to be, and not only for those that do it, they do it for the money, and
attention.
Totally is attention and money. I knew a stripper before, and I knew how the system worked, and it was just very weird. It was just very weird. And something that I dabbled in for a second. And I was young too, and like, it was just crazy. It was crazy how dumb.
Wait, you danced, or
you just? I danced in strip, and I was offered drugs. I was offered big time money. People wanted to sleep with me. Like, they were giving me money, and I'm like, I was just felt weird. I was just like,
yeah,
they didn't like it.
Like, this isn't me.
No. And then it just feels like you're just like a open bar. It's like an open bar to everybody, and it's like, come feast.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, this is not an all you can eat buffet. Give a new meeting to all you can eat. But yeah, it's a every one of us might have dealt with a stripper before or dated a stripper. I have once, and it's crazy because the way these individuals are and how they maintain themselves. But the only thing that I don't like about it is just the heavy amount of drugs and alcohol, and the solicit sex, and at the STDs like you were talking about. Thank God I did my blood work. I am 100% negative. No STDs, none of that craziness. That's why, like, if I'm gonna start dating anybody, this is the envelope I want to see.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have any sexual contact or any sexual craziness, fun, this is a paper.
That's how I do. I'm like, let's go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Even if they just took a test a month ago, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If I wasn't in the office with you, I don't care. We're going.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have nothing to be afraid of. If you just did it a month ago, you could do it again. I mean,
Yeah.
I just did mine, and I'm all perfectly clean, like which I knew I was. But it's good to know your system and know your blood and know what's going on.
I need to get tested. I haven't had sex for 6 years, and I haven't been tested for 6
Do
years.
do a full workup.
I
You know,
will.
do a full workup. That you tell them,
I'm not worried, but I will.
you want everything to be like on the blood work. You want everything to be tested for chlamydia, for herpes, for HIV. There's so many other things
Oh
that
yeah.
you look for, and you get the results. And the results, it comes in this an envelope,
Well, I've had tests before.
and then they give you the paperwork, and
The fun envelope.
and it's a book, of all the results from all the tests that were done to me. It's not like just one page.
And they take you in the room and they're like, you're negative or you're positive. And then
Yeah.
you're like, okay, bye.
He's like, here, HIV-1, HIV-1 and HIV-2 antibodies were not detected. There is no laboratory evidence of HIV infection in this individual. So that's what it is. Negative, negative. And it's the final results, the final screening, because they do a lot of screenings, all different types of screenings. And holy schmoly, I actually got an appointment this Friday to go over all the results. The only thing they're gonna put me on, they're gonna put me back on a vitamin D. I think it's vitamin D capsules, because my vitamin D is kind of low, and my my pre-diabetic, they're gonna have to give me something for that too. You see, they text you for herpes, and see negative, which is great. It's like it's great to have the results. And I was never scared before, like doing blood works and stuff like that. I'm not scared of that because I know I'm not a hoe. I'm not a hoe.
Even if you're not a hoe, you can still
Oh yeah,
still catch stuff.
yeah. You make one mistake. That's all it is. You have one mistake or one outing with someone that didn't tell you they have something.
Yeah, and you don't even have to have sex with them. You can just give them a blowjob or eat them out or do whatever, touch their
Then you
junk
get
and then
diarrhea.
put it on your mouth, like get kinky, and you know what I mean? And all it takes is a swipe on the skin and swipe on the mouth and you can catch something. So you really have to be careful,
Come out with herpes or some kind of gonorrhea.
You don't have to have penetration to catch something.
Nope. And that's what they fail to tell people at times.
Yeah, they really do.
Because foreplay could be more dangerous than sex, and just the body fluids, just making contact with them can be very dangerous if that person is not truly open on what they're
If they just a breakout, but they're not really showing it right now, but they just, stopped showing it like a week ago, that's still contagious. Like stuff can still be contagious if you can't see it. It still might be there.
Yeah. So I highly
If they have a low immune system, if they have like cold sores and stuff,
like every week having a cold sore, I'm like, how the hell you get a cold sore? Like they're just not.
If your immune system is low, then you're more contagious than if your immune system is strong.
No.
Like if you have something and your immune system is strong, then your immune system is most likely suppressing it to the point where you're not going to give it to people. But you still can't take that chance,
No, you got to be very careful these days.
Yeah, because you don't want to just go spreading it. Like that, sharing is not caring.
There's a lot of people out there that don't really test themselves, and they share too much, and they hop from one house to another, not knowing that they're passing dangerous diseases to other people without them even knowing and not letting them know. And I think that's so dangerous, and they still do that to this day. And there's so many people getting infected. Like I'm telling you right now, 2020, you're going to notice there's going to be a spike on HIV. there's going to be a big spike on HIV, and there's going to be.
I wouldn't doubt it because people are so careless. They don't take things into their own hands these days. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stuff is happening and people are just like, ooh, whatever. Like, I had this best friend that never used protection. He was a hoe. Like, okay, well, that's great, but how long are you going to be a hoe before that catches up to you, you know?
Mm-hmm. They don't really think about it. They just.
I've had guys go, I'm like, where's the condom? They're like, I know you're safe. I can tell you're safe. I'm like, you don't know I'm safe. How can you tell I'm safe? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I feel like that's so weird.
It's reckless.
Like,
it's reckless.
It's very reckless. And I've had more than one guy do that. Like, oh, I can tell you're safe. Okay.
So
I can't tell you're safe. So, and just you saying that makes me think you're not safe.
yeah.
So, bye. Like,
Yeah,
now you're not even going to get any.
it's just it's something not to be played with. You know, it's very serious, and people
It's
need to
scary.
think that. Yeah, it's very scary because people are not open. They don't discuss their issues or any of their like elements with anybody. They only show you the good but not the bad, and then
Mhm.
you can track the bad, and then you're questioning yourself, and then they're like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm like, bitch,
Yeah.
how the fuck you forget that? You know, that's something that you carry on with you, and you're gonna like not tell me.
At least give the person a choice, right? And tell them.
I mean, I don't know, but it's still happening to this day. I just feel like there's a lot more people reckless, and they're not really focusing on it. But I believe there's going to be a big change in 2020 with it, and I feel like HIV is going to mutate into something else.
Hope not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is being fought off right now by medicine, and
Mm-hmm.
I am a conspiracy person, so I think, you know,
You don't want it to mutate.
well, I feel like somebody wants it to mutate, and they'll make sure it does. Like, they're not going to allow these serums to keep it dormant.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make it mutate unless it does it on its own.
Yeah. It's like they want to make sure that if you're to get contracted with any of these, you know, diseases, that it kills your ass quick. You know, they don't want you to be lingering around for years and years. Just like
That's why there's no cure for cancer, because they don't want a cure.
no, there's no cure for.
They're making way too much money off of that.
And the fact that there is answers for cancer, it's just who can afford it. You know, there's like
Well, you know what? People could afford it if they cleaned up their systems. Because
cleaning up the systems, yeah, like a detoxing of the system. But I'm talking about like these medications that they be selling for like thousands upon thousands of dollars for one pill, and then you got to take it for
that doesn't really work.
You know,
Unless it does, I don't know. But
like $30,000 for a 30-day supply of medication. Who in the right
Yeah.
who has $30,000 to just
well, here
pay 30,000? You know, people like Magic Johnson could afford it. People like, you know, celebrities that have like Charlie Sheen could afford it. But, you know, those that have that money can't afford that treatment. And you see how they're living like nothing's wrong with them. It's because they're paying that money to keep themselves alive.
Well, I have a friend with HIV, and he takes a pill every day.
Mm-hmm.
He said that it keeps him healthy, and he doesn't transfer it to anybody.
No, and it does happen.
But it's really expensive. He said he has to have insurance to pay for it, or else he wouldn't be able to.
And then what happens if you don't have the insurance? You get sick, and then you're really not caring. So it's like you want to get your groove on, and then you just exploit yourself and have sex with as many people as you want, and not tell them. And then there's an outbreak of HIV.
No, my friend's so honest about it, though. He said he has such a hard time finding people, like nobody will date him because the stigma.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sad, and I get it. I mean, I would be scared. I'd be like, "Ooh, what if I catch that?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I fell in love with somebody, I might do it, and say fuck it, because people are reckless when they're in love, and maybe it would work. I don't know. I have never heard of the pill, but apparently it works. So
Yeah, because there's medicines that they take. There's depending on the level where you're at on the HIV. It all depends on how far along you are and how many pills they take. Because there's other people that I've known they take like a whole bunch of pills, and it's like a cocktail pills.
yeah.
And it's like, and there's those that just take one pill a day.
Oh, okay. So it just depends.
Depends on where you're at on your level of HIV. There's people that are born with HIV, that it wasn't like given to them sexually or anything. It was like passed along to them through birth.
Mm-hmm.
And those individuals are scarred for the rest of their lives with HIV. And it's sad, but it's true. It happens.
Yep. And sometimes when you're I guess you learn to live with it. We learn to live with stuff.
And the more you take care of yourself, the better it is for yourself.
Yeah.
Be wise in what you do. Don't be, I want to say, don't be like open like 7-Eleven or anything like that 24 hours
Right.
backing it up. Like, no, don't do that. Just be be responsible in what you do, and safe sex is the way to go. And for those that are in steady relationships and stuff like that, and just make sure your partner is really the one for you and not out behind your back doing things, because a lot of them, they think, yeah, we're together, we're this and that, and then the guy or the girl is doing things behind their backs and cheating and stuff, and then that brings in diseases into that circle, and it's just a mess. It's just got to be cautious in what you do. No mean
And
like,
respectful.
yeah, respect everybody. But it's like, there's not like a word like not to have sex. Like, go have sex, have fun, but be responsible in how you do it and what you do.
Yeah.
Think about it before, you put anything in you or into anybody. Be smart about it. Don't think what you yeah. Don't you got to think outside the box. Oh, man. What a night, huh?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
But man, it was a good talk. It was fun. It was nice.
Yeah, that was a good talk. I'm glad that we decided to jump on board real quick in the spur of the moment and get on here.
That's the best. When you do a spur of the moment show and it's like you feel hyped up, that's the best time. I like to have individuals come on because they have their passion about something, and then that person's energy reflects with my energy, and then it just keeps going. So it's like a running engine. And I really love that. And that's why I love doing this type of show setting instead of live, because the live is just like I get distracted from the chat room.
Yeah, you're trying to keep up with everything, and it's hard.
There's not that many people watching anyway. So it's like, if there's not many people watching anyways, then I might as well just do it like this. And speak out however I want to speak and do how I want to do without distractions of people wanting to come in.
Just have our energy here and then allow that to penetrate everyone else's as they watch.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. And it was a good discussion. We went from everywhere. I mean, we went from the strip club to STDs to
that was a lot, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody has anything to add, please leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe to Rick's channel. If you want to come visit me, you can come visit me over at Intuitive Empath, Miss Amber Dawn. Please leave comments in the comments down below and let us know, like, if you want us to discuss anything, if you want him to bring on anybody else and all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I like it like this. I prefer it this way, and I'll have other people on too, and we'll be talking about all type of different things, because it's like your mind over the matter, and there's a lot of matter that we got to talk about, and because there's a lot of stuff on my mind, and I'm not going to keep it all to myself.
There's a lot of things on everybody's minds, and we all need to talk about it because it matters.
Oh yeah, it does, because the more people hold things inside, people get sick. And when you're sick, from that type of energy, holding too much information inside, it could really ruin your insides. Like for me, I have like so many stomach surgeries and so many craziness that's happened to me, and that's me holding too much inside that it eats me up inside. So I choose to release it out instead of holding it in. And it's been very helpful. And I'm going to continue doing it that way. But it was fun. It was fun
I
talking. And
loved it.
yes, I was like happy when like we spoke yesterday and we were like talking. And I was like, and I sent you all the pictures. I was like, the pictures are so beautiful.
I wanted to send you pictures too, and then I forgot my phone when I went on my drive of the mountains, but one day.
I
But
bet.
yeah, the pictures he sent had icicles off the trees and the fences and stuff.
Have you got snow from the last storm out there?
Yeah, we had snow a couple days ago, and now we're having another one come through, I think, on Friday.
Oh man, I know we're supposed to get some snow out here again. Let me just check real quick on my I'm just gonna check my loop, just make sure. California, man, they're getting hit with a lot of rain. They're getting
Yeah, it was even supposed to snow at one point
hmm
in LA. It's like, what?
Yeah, they're getting their butts whooped. If we could, I could show you real quick. I could show you the radar because I like doing this on my show. So I like to do this every time I do my show. So this is the United States, and I'm up here in Connecticut. We just had our snowstorm and all that good stuff. Tonight it's just very windy and cold. We're gonna get a little bit more, probably rain or snow coming out this way. But this is the river that I'm talking about of rain. Man, they just getting it. Like this is gonna put out a lot of the fires, but it's also gonna start up a lot of um, mudslides. Phoenix, Arizona. Oh my God! And Arizona itself, man, they're getting so much rain out there. It's scary. I think there was a family of, I think it was like three children and an adult where they got swept away. Did you ever heard about that?
No, I don't really watch the
Yeah,
news.
well, three kids were killed during the flash flood, and they're still looking for the third child. They found two of them dead, and they're looking for the third one.
Um,
But it's a lot of energy that's coming up from the south because you're up here, you're in Reno, so you're kind of like west.
it's like just missing us. All the
Yeah,
heavy stuff that's
yeah,
missing us.
just missing. Unless this low pressure comes across and comes in, then you guys are gonna
Hmm.
definitely get it. But
Yeah.
have you seen snow yet this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We just had a lot of snow the other day when we were talking, actually. There was a lot of snow I wanted to show you. But the day before that and the day before that, there was a lot of snow. And then the day like yesterday, I wanted to show you pictures. It was really beautiful in the mountains, and now it's starting to kind of melt on the ground here.
They must be so pretty pictures, especially like the snow on the mountains.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh man, I miss that because I used to live here in LA. I used to live right over here, and I used to see the San
So many
Gabriel
mountains in
Mountains.
LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to see the San Gabriel Mountains, and like
So
right now they're getting snow on it. So it's like you
mm,
will go outside, it'll be raining, but then when you look at the mountains, it's like has snow on top of it, and it's so beautiful.
it's
The
so pretty there. You're surrounded by mountains in LA. Like all around there, it's just like mountains.
Yeah, because when I lived in LA, I lived in Hollywood. I first started off in Hollywood, but then Um, I migrated more eastward, and went from LA, like Hollywood, to Glendale, to Pasadena, and then I went to West Covina, which West Covina is more towards the inland by the San Gabriel Mountains. And man, it was so beautiful. So beautiful. I used to wake up in the morning. I open up my door because I had a balcony and I had a fireplace, and I would just look at the San Gabriel Mountains from where I was living, and it was the most beautiful sight, and I miss it. I really do. It was so beautiful. But the only reason why I moved from Hollywood all the way to West Covina is because I couldn't breathe in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. I had like it was too much smog.
Yeah.
It was driving me crazy, and I was like,
Have you
nah.
ever been to Ottawa?
I have not been to Ottawa.
Oh my god, dude,
I would
it's
like
so
to go.
cool.
I would
It's
like.
gorgeous. That is a place that you should go.
It's not far from me, but
No, Ottawa is in California, actually. The one I'm thinking of is
oh,
next to LA.
I thought you were like. I thought you were saying Canada. I was like, Ottawa, Canada. That's right there. No, but if it's California, no, I have Ottawa. Did I go to Ottawa? No, I went to. No, I didn't go to Ottawa. Not.
Ottawa's gorgeous.
I'm
It's so
pretty sure it is. Oh man, but it's the weather's just gonna get a little bit more crazier. This is just the beginning. This is a little tease on what's to expect for January and February. We're gonna get like really colder temperatures over here where I'm at.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
It's just not good.
It's the beginning of the winter. It's just the beginning.
Beginnings like around like the 20 something of December. I think it's like the 22nd, 23rd of December. And we're already experiencing like very cold temperatures and snow. Like the snowstorm that came by, it dropped about a good 6 inches. We didn't get hit hard like the foot of snow because the weather is kind of like subject to change at any moment, and we weren't the breadwinners of the snowfall. Massachusetts got a lot of snow. There was like one town in Massachusetts that got 2 feet of snow. 2 feet.
I think we got about a foot
Yes.
here on the floor.
Can imagine that thing's crazy.
Have you ever been to North or South Carolina?
Yes, I have.
I heard it's a lot less expensive to live over there, and I'm so tired of. Sorry, that's all shaking. I'm tired of spending all this money over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different lifestyle. It's like I told you, it was more of a military lifestyle out there.
Oh
Because
yeah, you told me that.
yeah, there's a lot more military personnel that's out there.
I don't like.
North Carolina.
I'm more of a hippie at heart. I'm a tree hugger, if you will.
Okay.
Who wears pink and makeup,
There you go.
and also doesn't wear makeup and looks like
A lot.
Bobo sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That hugs
Yeah.
trees.
But you see, North Carolina is a nice. You see, because you think about like the college is out there too, and then there's a lot of trees.
I love trees.
Yeah, and the thing with North Carolina and the Carolinas, you got to deal with all the 4 seasons, which is good and bad.
I like it.
Because you got
I'm
to
used to that.
Yeah, you have to deal with hurricane season too.
Hurricanes, that's scary.
Yeah, there'd be very scary storms that actually do go to North Carolina, and but other than that, I mean, you make it what you want it to be.
Yeah,
like anywhere.
it's beautiful. It's very pretty. I've seen pictures.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of want to go out of the United States, but we'll see.
Oh, you heard about if you're leaving the United States, you got to get a face scan? And that's starting, I think, in January of 2020.
They're going to start making us do really weird shit, aren't
They're
they?
gonna track you. If you leave the country, you're going to be tracked by facial recognition. Like if you're going to leave the United States, they're going to scan your face. All individuals that go to the airport, they're going to get their face scanned.
So basically, they're already scanning our faces.
Yeah, and basically they're going to be tracking you. So
They already do. That right there just means that they already do and they have been. Like,
they just want to keep it more of a facial, so they know, And then if you go rogue in another country, you can be tracked easily. And they'll be like, oh yeah, this person, this is her face, this is where she was and where she went.
like China, right? China has that. Well, it's not like China, thank goodness.
China's
Please
more-
don't ever be like China, God. But how they have, like you're rated. You're like rated as like you're a good person or you're not a good person, basically, and you're like on this scale, and there's all these cameras all around you, and so you're always being watched. And
if you're a good citizen, they give you more leeway and more,
Points.
credit towards, so you could travel more
That's
throughout the
fucking
country.
scary.
But if
That-
you don't,
terrifies me.
Yeah, if your credit score, like your score's horrible and you're not a good to the society, then you're not going anywhere. You're stuck where you're at and you're not able to travel. And that's so wild.
That's scary. That makes me not want to leave. But then at the same time, it's like, we're just slowly, if we don't spiritually say no, like if we just go, oh wow, that sucks, oh wow, that sucks, and just is like passive about it, we have to like internally say no and like be like, no, fuck that, you know what I mean? You don't even have to cause a riot, just say no. I feel like that will cause some stuff to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But this is crazy. This is just crazy to me, and I say no. I do not consent to that at all.
And the thing is that like every person has to go through the screening, and it's like through the TSA, and they put your, like, you just stand there and just look at a camera and it just like scans your face.
I kind of feel like that's what this does here too, like just talking.
Mm-hmm.
They're scanning our face. Like I feel like it's already been done.
That's why I keep my head down and I put all my hair in front of my head.
Too late for me.
Not show so much of my face and be like, oh shit, what's going on here? Yeah, I got a muff.
You've got that covered for sure. You definitely have that covered.
My hair, man, my hair. I got so much hair right now.
I know. When I first saw you today, I was like, holy shit, he's got even more hair than last time.
Yeah, I let it grow. I'm just letting it grow.
That's cool. I like it. I like it.
Something
as long as you smell good and stuff and you're clean. Yeah. Like I think your hair is so cute. It's like very Grateful Dead, like
yeah, it's like bouncy. It's very bouncy. It's so clean.
Yeah.
Like it feels so soft. Yeah, I got straight hair. See, my hair is straight, but then it gets I let it like get a little like puffy like this. But if I get a brush and brush it, it's like straight.
What?
Yes, I got straight
magic hair.
Yeah, that's why my sister and my mom, they always like hated me because of my hair. They're like, your hair is so straight and it looks like it's not, but then you pass the comb, it's like straight.
Oh, that's awesome. So you could probably do a lot of really cool stuff with your hair.
Oh yeah, people were like, oh,
put curls in it and make it all like.
They're like, oh, you gonna braid your hair? You gonna do something with your hair? I'm like, I don't know.
Put braids.
Yeah.
Dookie rolls.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't had this much hair since I was about 2 years old, maybe 1.
I love it.
And my mom, she hasn't even seen me with this hair yet. I'm playing Incarnito with them, and when they see me, they're like, holy moly, all this hair. Well, it's gonna be, yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be in 3 weeks. It'll be actually, yeah, we're in December, so in about 3.5 weeks, it will mark 1 year since I've cut my hair.
Wow.
Yeah, so I haven't cut it in a whole year. So this is 1 year, how 1 year looks like if you let your hair grow. I think it's December 30th will make it 1 year of not cutting it. And it's like, man, that's a whole year. That's freaking, for people, that must be hard, because to let your hair grow out like that, it's not easy. But maintaining it is what's hard, and having to wash it and put the conditioner inside it and make it nice and soft.
Yeah.
But, when I stress out, my hair falls off.
It's still really. So does mine.
I'm like, wait a minute, how come my hair is falling off? I'm not used to this. I'm seeing like blobs of hair coming off. I'm like, no.
In the shower, like
yeah.
You gotta the wall so it doesn't clog the drain.
Yeah, no, I have a drain thing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I stick it on the wall and then
I'm like,
roll it
no.
up.
It's like, I want my hair back. Don't fall off. But it happens.
It's natural. It's natural.
Because more grows, and people were like, oh, you're growing bald or this and that. It's like, I ain't growing bald, man. You just don't understand my hair. Because when I used to cut it really low, it looked like, like I might, go into that phase of baldness. I was like, nope, it's not gonna happen. And I let it grow. And look, do I look bald? Shit. I feel like I could give a bald man my hair. I was like, you're going bald? Okay, here. And glue it on their head. Like, there you go. You got a piece of me on you. You got this nice, big, nice muff on your head. It's like, it's awesome. I wanted to do like you see how your hair straight like that, and do like straighten it, like put it with a straightener and just straighten it. You know how crazy that's gonna look? You have your hair like yours. I mean, like at one point I was thinking about dyeing my beard. I was gonna dye it because I got like a lot of white hairs in my beard. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
have white hairs on my head, but I have it in my beard.
So you're just gonna color it the same color.
I was thinking about coloring it, but I was like, man, maybe I'll just do something crazy and just dye it, and then put.
Dye it what color?
I don't know. I don't know what color I would go for. I would have to ask people, like, what should I go for? What would be trending for me to do? Should I do
Um,
highlights on my beard? Yeah.
I would start there and then
Uh,
no.
Yeah, do like these, like something, I don't know. I don't know what color or what. I know black is universal because that's my hair color, but I don't know what color I would do it though.
It depends on what look you're going for. If you're going for like an in your face look, like you're glow in the dark, like all your lights and stuff, or if you're trying to just be subtle where you can't see it too much, but kind of.
Imagine glow in the dark beard or hair.
I'm sure they have.
That would
Well,
be so
you'd have
badass.
type of temporary stuff. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that
Before a show.
you wash it in, like you put it in your hair, and then like under the black light, your hair glows and it has like these different things in your hair.
That would be cool.
That'd be really cool.
I bet it exists somewhere.
Probably,
Hot
probably.
topic.
Maybe like if there's a spray, maybe hairspray that does it, that makes it like glow.
Yeah.
But I mean like a hair dye where you dye your hair and it's like it glows all the time under the lights, under the black lights. Your hair turns into different colors.
I think if you just bleach your hair, I think it glows. I remember back in the day when I used to be a club kid. When I was more of a club kid than a raver, but even though I've been to raves, but yeah, so the guys would dye their hair, or even girls, blonde hair, it would glow in the black light.
Yeah, because like club days, man, that's like what, 20 years ago for me. Like 20 something years ago, we used to go to the clubs, and man, I used to all different types of clubs. I used to go South Beach, those clubs out there, and man, you pack inside there and you're like a pack of sardines, and it's like,
I don't like that.
yeah, it was just too many people in one space, and I'm claustrophobic, so I was only there for
Yeah.
about half an hour because my friends wanted to go there and stuff, and I'm like, what you guys make me do is crazy. But I did the club hopping once I was younger, but now that I've grown out of it, like for me as an adult to go to a club, yeah, right. You rarely will see me go to the club. If I go to the club and that's by a miracle, it has to be a really good club, and it has to be a club where it's classy, not trashy.
Yeah.
You know, I can't go.
I'm not down for clubs anymore. Maybe if I'm in a different state, I'll go to a different club or a club. Like if I'm in Florida, in Miami, I'll go to a fucking club because
Oh,
it's
if
in
you
Miami.
go, I'll go with you. I'd be like,
You'd be like, oh, my back.
I'll be,
My
I'll
back.
be,
I'd be like,
your
shit.
escort. I'll be your escort. I'll be like, come on, girl. Let me show you. I'll be like, here, 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 here. Oh, I'll show you the place, the club my grandfather used to own.
I would love going because I'm assuming that they're outside clubs, and I really like to be outside. And
Only one club that I know that's out, actually maybe two that are outside.
it doesn't have to be clubs; they can be bars. And I don't even really want to drink. I just want to, I think that like I have this connection to when I was young and this idea of what I've always wanted to experience when I'm there. But now I'm like, I'd probably rather just experience nice restaurants and cool beaches, you know, or like cool bars along the beach. I think that would be really cool.
Well, I am planning next year to possibly going back to Florida. Maybe I could be like, make arrangements that you could come to. Maybe like just come with me.
I would love that.
And you
I would love it.
stay out there for a week and go to the beach, get tan.
What part of Florida?
South Florida. South Florida,
Mhm.
Miami, baby. Miami,
Yeah, that
Fort
would be fun.
Lauderdale. I'll probably rent a car. Or I have my
I was thinking of moving there, and I'm like,
oh, to
a lot
live
of
there.
alligators.
Live there is a little hard. It's not as easy. I had my previous employers because my doctors already determined that I'm disabled and I'm not able to work, so I'm classified as full 100% disabled. But my employers, I remember they called me like, Rick, man, if you want to come back, you could come back and we'll get you an apartment. We'll get you whatever you need, like, and we'll pay you good. And I'm like, I don't want to go back for one because it's too damn hot. It's always raining. It's like my
Yeah, I
body.
don't think I would like it being so muggy all the time.
Plus, my body right now is different than how it was back then, and my injuries have really drained me out. And no money, it's really gonna take me back down that way. But I had a great paying job out there, and they're like wanting me to come back, and I'm like, you guys only knew everything that I'm going through. But as far as like the nightlife's concerned and the fun part of it, hell yeah, we can make it fun. Oh, I can make it so much fun that you'd be like, holy shit, Rick, you know these people? I'm like, yep, they're my friends. And the people that I know, I have a friend that's rich out there, and he has a mansion on the water, and he wouldn't mind having me stay over if I tell him I want to stay over for a week and stuff, but I'm gonna be in and out. Like he'll just give me the keys to the place and then be like, okay, have fun and do what you do. And I'm like, it's cool. It's cool to have cool people and know cool people. Um, and I always will have a place to stay in South Florida because I have my parents that live out there too. My mom and my dad, they live out there. But I'm gonna be more for going out than to be stuck in one place because I want to, see how much upgraded it has been since I've left, and I want to just be out there. And my favorite time of the year to be out in Florida, I always love like the last week of December when it's like Christmas into New Year's, because in New Year's in South Florida, it's like so much fun. And I always have a good time in New Year's. I always go to Bayfront Park, which is Bayside, and they have like the big orange that goes up the building. And then at midnight, they throw this big fireworks show, and people are all partying and dancing. And then they go to the clubs right after the fireworks. And man, the clubs are very expensive to get in.
It always is on New Year's Eve. Like, I'm not down to go out on New Year's Eve. I'd rather not deal with the crowds and how expensive it is.
I did it one year. I did. A good thing I had hookups.
Maybe
so.
like go on the outskirts and watch the fireworks from the outside, and have your drink and cocktail with your friends on the outskirts or something. But like for me, I just don't, the energy it takes to be in the mix is too much for me these days. Like I just don't want to be involved inside of it. I would rather be on the outside.
And the thing that is that type of night, let's say New Year's Eve, it could be a hit and miss. It could be warm or it could be cool. And
yeah,
the fact that they celebrate throughout the whole city, it's not just in one area. You're celebrating like Miami, you're celebrating in Beach, you're celebrating in Broward, Fort Lauderdale. Right. Like every place had fireworks and celebrations and alcohol everywhere, and it's a very festive night. It's one for me. It's one of my favorite nights in South Florida, especially going to see the fireworks in New Year's. It's really cool. One year I went, I saw Pitbull in concert,
Oh, I love Pitbull.
and I saw Flow Rider. He was in one of them.
That's awesome. How fun.
Yeah, there was another one. Like, and there were free concerts there outside. Um, man, what's his name? I hear his song in my head. I just can't remember his name for shit right now. Ludacris was there with another guy that they were doing battles. Each like they were singing each song like, and they had like a singing battle between two stages, and they had a stage on the left, stage on the right. I'm in the VIP in the middle. So I'm elevated and I'm seeing everything on VIP, and I'm like looking at the concerts. It's like so freaking fun. I had so much fun, and it only gets more fun if you have like VIP. Like for me, it's like I couldn't mingle with all those people. Like I need to be in a certain area where I'm not trampled by a lot of people. So that's
Yeah.
why I get the VIP area. And when I get into the VIP area, there's only like 10 people in the VIP. So it was just me, and then I brought in a friend with mine that wanted to come, and he was like, "Holy shit, how did you get this?" I was like, "Oh, it's when you know people, you get certain perks. It's like certain upgrades." So I had
I know that.
they gave me a VIP experience for New Year's, and it came with a bottle and everything, and it was fun. It was fun when I was out there. I had a good time.
That's awesome. That sounds really fun.
Yeah. This year's New Year's, what I'm gonna be doing, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't ever do anything. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep by 9:30 or 10.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this year. I think I'm gonna stay here at home. I think because home is safe, you know. So I
Yeah.
might stay here. I may just get a small bottle or something to drink from across the street, or go to the liquor store. I usually have a liquor store right across the street, so they sell wine. So I'll probably get a White Zinfandel. Um, and ring in the new year here with everybody. And I might do a live show that day. I might come on live and just be here and enjoy the New Year's with everyone, you know, and whoever comes through, comes through. And whoever doesn't, you know, but I probably will be here. Because I was thinking about doing the New York experience for the New Year's, but that could be a very big problem, especially for someone that's disabled. Um, it's not really handicap friendly during New
It's
Year's.
freezing, isn't it?
It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of
I wouldn't want to do it. I never was interested in
Yeah.
doing that. It looks so cold. It doesn't look
Very
fun at
cold.
all. Like everyone looks like they're having fun, but I think they're being paid because it looks cold as hell.
Yeah, it's cold. It could be a snowy night. It could be a rainy night. It could be like a really windy, cold night. It could be. I I, I just feel like I don't want to put myself in those elements, and I don't want to be standing for hours upon hours, and then you can't use the restroom when you're standing in this area
Yeah.
because, you know, you're not
You'll
going to.
lose your spot.
Yeah. So you see people taking bottles and peeing inside bottles and wearing
Oh, see, that's not fun to me. I'm good.
and people wearing Pampers just to be out there, and they piss and shit on themselves. I'm like, oh, no, I cannot shit on myself. That's one I'm not gonna do. I could probably pee on a Pamper, and I'd be like, all right, and then I'm gonna have to cut that Pamper off because it's gonna be like. But I don't want to see shitty Pampers out there or smell shit while I'm like trying to like no. And then the
All in hella nice clothes, looking all sharp when you got a pamper on, like.
Yeah. I'm like, you want the Depends? And I'm like, I got plenty. I start selling the pens while I'm there. It's like, look, it's a pull-up pamper that you put on. If you gotta tinkle, you tinkle in your pants.
They have ones that like go into a bag too, where you just cup it on there and then it's for people that
Just
go
drink.
in concert lines for a long time or like things like that.
And you wear it like, I think it's like it's part of the underwear that you put it on.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it suctions there. So then when you do go, you
Yep.
have to do like this like little twirl thing so it could go down the tube. You have to do, you're doing one of these
Is
like
that what it is?
you're like people are like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to get the pee to go down.
Don't worry about it.
And then you
Don't
take out the little bag at the end, and then you dump it, and then you put it on your bag. Oh man, it's kind of like a catheter, like an external catheter. Like
That's exactly right. That's exactly what it is.
oh no.
Yikes. Wow, I just put myself there.
And there's a lot of people that just sit there, and I just cannot, between all the walking, the traveling to get there, it's another story because it takes about 3 hours to get there.
I'd
by
rather
train.
visit New York in a show on another night besides New Year's.
Yeah, you see, to go to New York for a show, like Broadway show, I've never been to a Broadway show. So for that, I am so down to go. I still got to
That'd
take
be
my,
cool.
my
Depending
bag.
on the show, that would be really cool.
I will still need to take my bag of wipes though, because I don't trust like the cleanliness. So I like to clean my area. Just sitting down on a chair, I gotta make sure I clean it because it's somebody else's cooties been on there, and I don't know how well they clean.
I don't even think that you could clean. It depends on what kind of chairs they are.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to make sure they're
They're
comfortable.
wipeable, that's good.
Yeah, I want them to be comfortable chairs. If I'm gonna see a show,
Put fucking comment all over it.
Lysol the bitch. Like, holy shit, what's going on here? It's like, man, I'm a germaphobe guy.
Me too.
On everything. Yeah, on
I don't think I would wipe it down in the middle of a show though.
Oh
I
no,
don't.
no, beginning of the show, I just
But I am a Jew.
put in the bag and put it to the side, and that's it. Yeah, because I really wanted to go to a show. I've never been to a show, a Broadway show, and I'm very close to New York.
Did I just give you a yawn?
Yeah, I started
Sorry.
around New York and got yawning a little bit.
Yeah, that would be fun though, like a really high energy show.
Yeah, like uplifting and cool and fun and exciting, and yeah, I definitely would love to see a show.
Broadway.
Yeah, Broadway. I've never ever. I'll dress up and everything. I would dress up. You see,
Oh yeah.
if I'm gonna go to a Broadway show, it's my first Broadway show, I will definitely rent a room in New York for like 2 nights or a night, and take the time to get ready and stuff, and not have to rush and go to the show. Like, no, I want to
Go eat first.
Yeah, like enjoy the town, enjoy the night, right? The next day, have time to get ready, go to the show, have a good time at the show, and then come out of there, maybe go for a drink or two, and then go back to the hotel, sleep it off, and then the next day travel back home.
Yeah.
I don't like the rushing, like, oh yeah, leave here and then have the show tonight and then have to come back on the train, and no. That's not how I do it.
No.
I'll be 2 nights in New York. The first day is to enjoy New York and do everything New Yorkish. The second day is to enjoy the morning, then evening time, watch a beautiful show, and then in the nighttime, maybe go to a club, like one of those bars, and just have a drink and socialize a little bit, and then go back to the hotel room.
Yeah.
And that's the experience. And if I do,
I would like to go see the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, you want to go see her?
I would like to see them. They.
I think I have pictures of it on my computer. Now that I think about it, you said Statue of Liberty. I've seen her many times. Let me see. Okay, let me see something.
Them. They.
Let me see if I have the pictures, because I know I have pictures of New York. When I went to New York, and I took the ferry. I didn't do the tour that actually went to the. I did from the boat, from the outside, because it takes a long time, hours, if you're gonna want to go onto the island.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it takes hours. You have to go.
Oh wow. Okay.
You have to go through security clearances and everything. It's not like the easiest thing to do, to be honest. It does take
Oh,
hours. Let me see if I
well,
could.
then I'd probably not have patience for that shit.
Yeah, you'd probably be more
Probably
patient.
take a picture of it from far away.
Yeah, you'd probably be more like what I did with my sister, and we went on a boat to see it. I'm trying to find it here, NYC. Here we go. Yeah, I have it here. Let me see if I could get a good looking Statue of Liberty. Can I just go through the pictures without having to go through all this? I'm like, I want to see all the pictures. Let me see if I can highlight them. Because I went with my sister to New York one year. I think that would be good. Okay, so let's see. Click on open. Maybe I could click on. Okay, well, I don't think that's gonna. Let me see. See all. Let's see. Welcome. Apps. Get out your photos. Oh my goodness, I never done this. Okay, I'm trying to see where's my album. Oh, they did. They changed this.
They changed it.
Yeah, they changed my how I see the pictures, but I could import into here. I'm not gonna do that right now. I could do one by one.
Don't stress on it.
Now I want to show you the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
Or lady statue, lady Liberty.
Oh yeah.
There she is.
Yep.
And then I have more pictures here. Let me stop that there for a second. Let me see if I can get a close look at the Statue of Liberty so you could. Okay, this is it's just the shadowing is what's. Let me just open up a few of them. Can leave that there. We got New York City too. If you want to see pictures of New York City, we got
Yeah.
Times Square. Got some pictures of Times Square. Okay. So let's go ahead and share. Let's go over to. Let's go to the photos. So let's go ahead and show you the Statue of Liberty. Come on. Here she is. Statue of Liberty. You get really close. That's what's the cool part about it. You get really close to the statue from the boat and you can take pictures.
That's cool.
So it's like, yeah, she's really cool. Like depending on the time that you go and watch, the Statue of Liberty. Let me see if I could show you another picture here. There she is. As you can see, the sun was going down, so there wasn't so much light on her.
Very cool. I like those.
This is New York City. So this is more like Times Square area.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to open it. See this is a movie that was coming out with the superheroes. You see where's the here it is. This is Times Square. And this is like where all the craziness happens here and all the lights and all the shows. You see like Wicked and
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's another cool show.
Wow. How fun.
You see like the amount of people. There's like so many people there. Let me see if I have a better angle. And this is the other side. The
Wow.
Coco. So it's like it's fun when you go there. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Looks
That's-
exciting.
Yeah, it's so well lit and it's very like a lot of people. Because when I went, like you can probably see here. Let me see. Oh, these people got married. He proposed to her and I took a picture. He got down on his knee and he asked her to marry her and she said yes. And they kissing. And you see all the people around looking. Yeah, propose to your loved one there, and they do give you a little platform where you can stand and you could, announce your engagement. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. I went out.
I'd be pissed if someone proposed me there. I'd be like, you fucking cheesy ass. I'd be like, you need to get your own idea.
This is the pizzeria I went to in New York, and they have vegan pizza.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be vegan, gluten-free pizza.
Yep. It's gluten-free vegan pizza.
Oh my god! If
Every
it
time I
tasted
think about it,
good,
I think of you.
I'd look happy. Huh?
Every time I think about the vegan, like gluten-free, I always think of you.
I wonder if it's good.
Oh, it's banging. Oh man, I had it before. Look, I got goosebumps.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what you asked me to come up here. You come up here, we'll go. I'll take you. It's a really famous pizzeria out there.
They'll be like $30 for a slice of pizza. I'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'll go back. I'm gonna go back to my hotel room and make my own."
No, it's not that. It's not that expensive. Like not too crazy expensive. But you can see here at night the Statue of Liberty.
That is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it all lit up.
Yeah.
What's the two stuffs by it?
Those are I think those are train bridges
Oh.
that they raise them up, and then look at the moon.
Oh, okay.
See how the moon is?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's weird. Why is the moon like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal? That's not normal. I don't get it. I think we've shifted. Our world has shifted.
How it's like, but it's not even straight. The lines here is like
crazy.
Like very like broken.
It's upside down. It's like a crooked smile.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's not far from where I live. Like from me to there, like driving wise, if I was driving there, about an hour and a half.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's way closer than it is from here to San Francisco.
Yeah,
it's about 4 hours to San Francisco.
It's an hour. I would say an hour and 25 minutes to drive.
Oh, I would rather just. Well, no, trains are cool too, but like to save time, we could. Yeah. Well, train. You really want to do it the train.
Yeah, because if you do the train, you can be there within 3 hours. Because it takes a little time because you got to stop and change, or not change trains, but stop at different areas. But this is New York City. This is how it looks from the water.
Oh.
As you can see, it was a windy day that day, and it was a beautiful day. It was so beautiful. Look at the skylight. I kind of miss the Twin Towers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really prefer to see the Twin Towers than to see that one tower there.
Yeah.
But that's what, that is.
Look at all the smog. Good Lord.
And then you see it, like the difference, like the orange and then the blues.
Yeah.
Here and the smog level. Yeah. No.
Damn.
Concrete.
Needs a big ass fan to come through that.
Right. Smog away. But
yeah.
That's every day for them out there, and it's it's a crazy thing. It's just New York is just wild.
What happens when you have that many people together in one area?
Mm-hmm. And it's a concrete jungle. There's not that many trees, so you're limited to what you get from there. When you see a tree, it's like, oh my goodness, it's a miracle. It's a tree.
Really? Oh, I love trees.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. But then they have some crazy shit out there. Let me see if I can bring up that picture. If it's gonna let me bring it up. No, this is from the tower. There was one picture I took out there that was like I found it like highly like crazy suspicious. I don't even think I have it on here. Unless they wiped it out of my computer. That had a picture of this camera system that's out there that like monitors everybody from out there, and it's like crazy camera system, but I don't see it.
Like we were just talking about, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole surveillance system in New York.
Facial recognition.
Mm-hmm. There you go, and they know who's there, what's what. Like it's scary because you don't know what's what they're doing. You
Yeah.
don't know. Um, I'm trying to
Oof.
find the picture, but I don't see it here. It might be on my camera instead of here. I'm wondering why isn't it not on here? Because it should have been on here, unless they're suppressing the picture and not letting me show it. Oh well. But that's New York, and
I liked those pictures.
yeah, and I don't live far from it at all. I'm down the road. It takes a few hours, but like I said, if I go by car, I could get there in an hour and a half. If I go by train, I could get there. I would say about 3 hours, maybe, because then there's a couple of like from where I live, I have to take one train to New Haven, switch trains there, and then go on another train, and then take it all the way to Times Square, or take it to what's the hell that name is?
Train station somewhere there.
Yeah, the main hub in New York, and then you just get off, and you're not far from Times Square. And then like for rides and stuff, like if I want to go one place to another, I just take a Uber, and just order Uber, and they come and they get you and they take you wherever you need to go.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't like driving in New York. I really hate driving in New York.
I like to walk a lot, so I would probably end up walking some, but Ubering it a lot.
Yeah, you notice when you go that you're gonna like driving is not for you there because there's a lot of aggressive drivers, and not only that the aggressive drivers are messing with you, but also the people that just walk across the street in front of you, and you don't want to run anybody asses over. Like I don't want to run you over, but if I have to,
I would be hella paranoid. Yeah, I don't think I'd be. Well, I mean, I probably would want to try it just because that's how I am, but I wouldn't feel very comfortable.
I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'm like, well, I'm gonna run your ass over. So like,
You're like, oh,
I'm like,
sorry.
no, I don't want to, but oh well.
Whoops.
Oops, I did it again. I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute, again? How's this? How did that happen? I'm like, I don't know.
Oops, I did it again.
I know. Oh, back to her.
Oh my god.
When are you gonna do a show about her again?
I've been thinking about it. We'll see.
Yeah. How's the thing going with her mother and with the kids? Because I know there was some issue with the kids or something.
I don't know. I think they keep very quiet. They keep super quiet.
Her kids are ugly.
And,
I'm just gonna be straight up. Her son's like busted.
oh, I don't think they're busted. I think they're late bloomers.
Yeah, I think so. Because right now they're getting hit with the ugly stick. But
Oh,
it's
I don't think so. I think they're cute kids.
Yeah, I think it's a phase because they just look weird a little bit. Like because of the pictures that I've seen of them, and I'm like, and how she's like treats them and stuff, it's kind of like weird.
She was abused when she was young. She's been, and so the kids. The problem is the whole Hollywood system. It's a little fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they
Mm-hmm.
dabble in a little witchcraft and the dark magics and stuff. And you know, it breeds a little bit crazy. Crazy breeds crazy.
I'll never forget her when she cut her hair and she just went crazy on people with her umbrella. And she was just trying to hit the photographers with the umbrella.
She's like, get me out of this crazy fucking cult.
Just the way her
No,
face
no,
looked.
no, Brittany,
Yeah.
come back here.
The way her
You gotta
face
go in
looked.
rehab.
Yeah, the way her face looked and the way she was like how
She was pissed.
aggressive she was.
She was pissed. She's like, get me the fuck out of here. But they wouldn't let her go.
No. Is she still doing her Vegas thing?
No.
She's not a resident there anymore? Okay. So who's out in Vegas now then? Celine Dion is still out there, right?
I thought Christina Aguilera is supposed to be out there, but I'm not sure if she ended up doing it or if she's going to in the future. But I don't really keep up on that stuff.
I think J-Lo is going to be out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's going to be coming.
I bet that'll be poppin'. I bet people will like that.
Yeah, I think that will be a good show. I think it'll be a good show. I mean, the Britney Spears was not of a bad show. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that
I
bad.
heard it was really good.
Yeah. Because it's a setting that it's not like she's traveling anywhere. It's like the same setting, same place. So it's kind of like it makes it easier upon herself to get it done. But it's not the same like you're traveling all different places, all different.
She'll never be the same. Like the Britney that I loved was younger and her soul wasn't broken back then. Now it's just like kind of hard to watch.
It's like the Disney Britney, the Mickey Mouse Club Disney Britney, or the Oops, I Did It Again Britney. It's
sad to even think about because all those phases, there's abuse behind it. From allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
She's not really like outspoken about it too much, because it's a lot of mental abuse. It's a mental abuse. They really like screwed with her, and it affected her deeply. To the point
and plus, like, if you have people that are always around you, watching you, making sure that you never step out of line, there's really nothing you can do at that point. You're just a slave.
Her handlers are feeding into her and like pushing it onto her. And if she had a bad handler, what do you think she was just gonna get out of her? You're gonna get the bad out of her. And and her relationship with her mother and her father, especially her father, is very strained. Like it's really like not really that good. I think he had gotten in trouble or something because of her kids or something. Like he had like he said something to the kids or like threatened them or something.
He
lectured them.
Put the kid down and like shook the kid or something.
Mm-hmm. And now I think he's not like hovering over Britney anymore. I think he's not the conservator anymore.
He put somebody else in charge though that he is in charge of. So he's still in charge of her. It's just somebody else that.
And how weird how they were going to different states and putting in this paperwork and stuff, or like the conservatorship. So anywhere she goes, she can't have any freedom for herself. It has to be monitored.
And she's an adult, but it's all because it's just like supposed to be that way, and it's not going to change for her, unfortunately.
Now, she's in that deal. Is that like a lifetime deal, or is it like for a certain amount of years?
Her conservatorship?
Mm-hmm.
Conservatorship shouldn't last for very long. It's only for people who cannot take care of themselves, who can't feed themselves, pay their own bills, do things on their own. But she's going on tours and she's making money for all these people, but yet she can't even take care of her own finances or like say when she can spend money on food or like a milkshake if she wants to go and get a Starbucks for coffee. Like she has to get permission for everything, but yet they make her go on tour and make her do all these interviews and shit. It's all very shady. She's a slave. It's really sad. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of famous people are. But I think she was definitely born into it. Mm-hmm. She was born into it. I think her grandma and her grandparents had something to do with it.
Mm. Yeah, because like I thought it was only for a few years, but it seems like how many years it's been now?
10.
10 years, right?
Yeah.
And still going strong.
Yep.
Oh man, we're gonna have to just do one show in the future.
But I think she might not be there because the abuse, because there's videos of her when she's younger go missing time, basically going like, wait, I don't remember this. What are you talking about? When she was with Kevin Federline, she was like, he's all, yeah, this happened. She's all, no, it didn't. You know, so she missed time. So she definitely, I think she's been abused. She has multiple personality. It's called DID now. So dissociative identity disorder. And she probably just doesn't know who she is. Like she probably does need help now, but where did that abuse, where did that come from? Her parents, who are still in control of her. So
still control.
Yeah.
Didn't the mother wanted to get control or something at one point?
I don't like her mother either, though. She's just a part of it too.
Yeah, because she's really weird. The mother's like super weird.
She's the one that drove her around when she's a kid, getting her, basically grooming her to be famous and getting her ready, you know. I'm sure her mother loved her and stuff, but there's still, when you're in cults and you worship Lucifer, you're gonna give up your kid. I mean, that's why I think Brittany might even have been born a boy, because they give up their firstborn boy. So, I mean, it can go pretty deep with that stuff. Some people think I'm crazy with it, but that's where I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
That's what I think.
Looking forward to it, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be doing another little expo on Miss Brittany bitch. It's Brittany bitch. It's Brittany.
You could do it on all of them, on all famous people.
I'm starting with Brittany and then going to Madonna.
Madonna, yeah, yucky.
Oh, that one there, you're gonna need to wear a condom for that. Just while you're talking about it.
I know. I can't with that girl, that lady, that woman.
Oh man, all she needs is some horns, and she'll be very horny. Besides her being horny anyways, crazy old lady
with that grill.
she's gonna keep going and going. That, you know, I don't know, it's just entertainment. The entertainment field is just,
it's weird. It really is weird if you take a step back and just look at it and just look at what they're doing and how they are with their kids and what their kids are like it's fucking weird, dude. There's a lot of shiesty shit going on.
Big time shiesty craziness.
It's weird.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I'm gonna wrap it up with the weirdness and get myself going and get myself to bed. It's already 1 a.m. over here, girl. I'm reading your shirt. It says, "Sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to come." I was just watching. Everyone's probably like was thinking to they're watching. Like, I'm sorry for what? They're like, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to come.
Like, come on, I don't want to come to. That's so funny. That's funny. That's a good way.
Sometimes conversations you just don't want to come, you know.
No.
So you're a little late. Sorry, I'm late to the conversation.
Want to fade away from it.
That's funny.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Well, it's good talking to you, Rick. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, same here, Amber. Thank you so much for coming through. I had a good, nice 2-hour show with you. It's like 10 more. I don't know how much we've been on, but it's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
All right, girl. I'll see you around. I'll hit you up.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Rick.
Bye. And that was Amber. Ladies and gentlemen, had a great talk, great show. Thank you for watching. Again, if you want to be a part of the show or be a part of the recordings, you're more than welcome to come on. All you got to do is download Zoom at zoom.us, download the free portion of Zoom, and add me onto your list. And all you got to do is add my email at kindcool21@gmail.com. And you're more than welcome to join my Mind Over Your Matter recorded shows. I love the recorded shows, it's so much fun. And with that said, I want to wish everybody a good night, a good day, and I'll do this again as soon as I can. For right now, have fun, enjoy life, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now.